very nervous. Let's make sure we go live. Okay. Looks like we're connecting to chat. We look good now. Yeah, this is the first time I've streamed something other than WoW. So I am very, very nervous to do so. But honestly, I've been playing this game like all weekend. And man, it is such a good time. Like, it straight up is just fun. And it's like a nice change of pace from WoW, while WoW is kind of in its like down period. So, you know what? I've had fun playing it. I wanted to play it on stream, and here we go. There is also a leaderboard system. I am just starting, so like I'm obviously still pushing up in the ranks. Like I just started this character, um, but I do actually intend on learning, like mastering both of the healer classes in this game and making a guide on both of them, maybe making some dungeon guides and stuff, some new player guides, because this game is very fun, but it will not take away from the WoW content. The WoW content is still coming. I'm still going on vacation next week, and what was I saying with that? Oh, I'm still going on vacation next week, and I do have WoW videos posting for while I'm gone. Um, but yeah, like I said, I am very, very excited to stream this game because it is a lot of fun. I've been seeing a lot of people play it. Didn't really understand why everyone was swapping to it, but really it's just that like WoW is kind of spread thin right now. Um, I know, right, Ceiling Panda? But WoW is kind of spread a little thin right now, and this game is not. Like, this game has all the hype built up right now, and I kind of just wanted to at least play it while it's hyped. Um, Stop the presses. LB isn't streaming WoW. I know, right? I'm very nervous to do so. I know. Look, well, we're probably gonna have like 3 viewers, and you're probably already here. You're probably already all here, but um, I'm having fun. I'm just having fun. I will not be able to stream on Friday. We're going out of town, and my stream on Wednesday will be later because my grandmother did pass over the weekend, and her funeral's on Wednesday. So this week's already going to be like a shorter stream week, or like a lesser stream week. So I figured just have fun with it. You know what I mean? I won't be able to like start a series before we go out of town. It's just not enough time. So um, yeah, just gonna have fun with it. Um, well, of course, the moment I hit go live, the chat in game is talking about how the group finder's broken, and they're just relogging because it is not working. Not let them find a group. So let's relog really quick. What a noob! He's not even playing WoW. I know, right? I see. So there were like three things I was debating between doing today, and honestly, if you guys want to see me do one of the other two, I'm happy to do so. But I was debating, do I play Fellowship? And honestly, this was like at the bottom of my list on Friday, and then I downloaded it on Saturday and loved it. And I was like, you know what? We're gonna stream this on Monday because it's fun. Okay, I'm having fun. Um, but also there's Legion Remix. I know some people were asking me to play Legion Remix, and then just Mistweaver pushing. I know a lot of people want me to actually push on the Mistweaver. So, what the heck? Oh, Vicar with the Prime sub. Yo, what's up, Vicar? Good to see you with the Prime sub. We're already halfway to a hype train. That's so funny. I think Twitch is like really trying to push Fellowship too. Like, hey, we're gonna show support to people streaming this. So, but yeah, thank you so much for the support, Vicar. 11 months is crazy. But yeah, we're visiting the EU. Sorry, take your time, do whatever you need. I appreciate that, Ceiling Panda. Really appreciate that. I still will have to crank out a bunch of videos this week to be posted while I'm out of town, or else YouTube will literally delete my channel. Not literally, it'll soft delete the channel, right? Um, I've been playing on and off with the server issues, but it's fun. Been healing and tanking. Yeah, this is the first time I've really encountered people saying there were server issues, but we're just relogging, and we're gonna get back to it. But from the looks of it, like all the characters that you can play look really interesting. Goodness gracious, man. The only one I've tried is Vigour. I don't know how you're supposed to say it, but um, I'm just gonna say Vigor, but he's basically like for the WoW players, he's basically like a holy priest mixed with a holy paladin. No, so holy mixed with disc, and then like slap in this like rune sub theme, like putting down runes and placing runes on players. And honestly, it's a lot of fun. The other healer is like, from my understanding, the other healer is like a nature, like your resto druid, resto shaman type healer. I'm guessing, but it's really cool. There's like a monk tank looking thing that looks pretty cool. This one's like a warrior-ish tank, I guess. I don't know, but I've been having a lot of fun with Vigor. He's the only character I've tried. But this game is really, I think this game coming out is really good for WoW players because it's kind of showing us that like some systems that WoW could have in place to make our time better. Um, so let me show you really quick like how you kind of progress. Yeah, Druid and Shaman. Okay, that's kind of what I figured. So far, I've seen a lot of people playing that healer. Not too many people playing Vigor, so hopefully he's not like horrible in the end game. But so far, he's getting the job done. He's a little mana hungry, but there now that I've unlocked like talents, he has some talents that really do help his mana. So I've had a lot better time these last few dungeons than the first few. So yeah, but this game is really fun. Well, but yeah, like I said, this is the first time I've encountered server issues. So, but hey, as a WoW player, we're all used to it on like Tuesdays. Like you don't even get to play the game. So hopefully, as long as we get one dungeon in, we'll be beating WoW. Um, but what was I saying? I was saying something. I have no. Oh, the systems that this game has in place. There's like the linear progression that you get from just playing, and like how you gain access to new things in your on your character is really cool. And also the UI is very easy. It's like it has everything built in. You don't need add-ons because their base UI is fantastic, right? Like you have click mouse over casting. You can set up your bars how you want them. Like everything's really good. But what's really cool, let me go ahead and put us in a queue. So this game is basically WoW, except skip all the boring stuff and just get straight into dungeons and pushing your leaderboard and your character. So, um, but what's really cool is it kind of has like a Skyrim esque like talent point thing. And when I first pulled this page up, I was like very overwhelmed. But it's a lot simpler. This is kind of how you unlock stuff, and it's all in one place. Whereas like in WoW, you gain access to new stuff from various different ways, right? Um, this one, it's like do your sixth dungeon on this character, and then you'll gain another row of talent points. And then you'll also gain some gold. Do your seventh dungeon, you gain this new spell. Do your eighth dungeon, you gain this. So it's like it's very simple in how you do things, and it's kind of just saying, hey, just get some reps in on this character, and it's also kind of training you to play your it trains you to play your character well in the same way that I'm always recommending people kind of like start learning a new spec in WoW. So I always say like if you're learning a new spec in WoW, start with like the five core spells. Do a few dungeons, get really used to those five core spells, and then add like, a major cool like add revival to your bars and really focus on revival and stuff. This does it the same way. You start off with like four core spells, and then as you progress, you gained your major cooldown. And then this like Thunder Focus T style button. And then this button that's like your defensive slash like movement speed slash like it does a lot of stuff. So it's really allowing me to like progress in learning this character in a very easy way. Honestly, this is a fantastic system. And yeah, like I said, it's overwhelming when you first pull it up, but it all makes sense. And you know, this side goes up, it's just saying, hey, like play dungeons and you'll unlock spells and stuff for your character. This side is saying like this is how you unlock different realms. Like not realms, but like difficulties, I guess. So like, I did my first dungeon and I unlocked my mount. So that's just nice. So like I don't know, it's just incentivize me to play. And then, once I time this dungeon, then I'll get this mount and like these cosmetics and stuff. But then up here, it's like, okay, so you timed this key, you reach level 5, then now you have the next highest difficulty up. So basically, you unlock heroic dungeons, and then you do this dungeon, you will unlock mythic dungeons. You do this, you unlock mythic like zeros. So it really like has a very good progression system, and the fact that it's all on one page is fantastic. So our goal today is to try to get as much climbed up as this game will let me. If the well, I guess if the game fixes itself, apparently there's like server instability. We might even be forced to go stream some WoW, which if I'm saying we're being forced to stream WoW, then that should tell you how fun this game has been. But if we're able to play this game, then our goal would be to snake up this as much as possible, see how many dungeons we can do, and see if we can like target some of these specific ones, trying to unlock new higher end pieces. And also, one thing that's really cool is like it still does have gear. Like you still are gearing your character. You get a guaranteed piece at the end of a dungeon. So that's really cool. Okay, let me go ahead and pull up WoW because of course, the one day I choose not to stream WoW, we're gonna be forced to stream WoW, right? That's pretty sad. Maybe it just wasn't meant to be. 100% prefer Vigour, whatever his name is. I mean, he's fun. He's fun. He kind of looks like me too. It looks like he could be my dad. So, well, no, he doesn't. He looks nothing like me. But we're just gonna go with it. um, yeah, I mean, it's looking like maybe the system's broken. We're gonna throw up another queue, see if it'll work. Hey, okay, screw WoW. We're playing this game. It's working. No, WoW, close. So how it works is you queue up for a dungeon, and you get 3 to choose from. It gives you basically like one key level, a key level 2, and a key level 3. I always want to go for either the second or the third because notice the key level 1 would give us level 15 gear, and that's boring. I want to do the 2 or the 3. So my vote is here. It looks like the rest of my party is voting for the key level 1. I don't know why. But yeah, this is just to get more IO. This is to get like a balance of IO and gear, and this is just, I don't know, to make it easy, I guess. I don't know why you would do the far left one. Let's see. You can fill your empty slots with grays from the vendor. Helps with starting stats. Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that for sure. Yeah, having you here, Lee, is going to be very nice because I'm kind of like, I kind of skipped the tutorial. It was just like, I didn't know if I was going to really want to play this game. Okay, it looks like everyone's just going here. I'm just going to, I'll bend. Sure. I guess that helps with showcasing the game a bit. Honestly, look, I am not sponsored. I know a lot of the bigger streamers were sponsored by this game. I am not sponsored, so I'm gaining nothing from this. In fact, this is a risk to the channel just even streaming it. So just know that coming into it. I think it's a fun time. Okay, so my spells. This is like smite. It's just like a spammable damage button. This is kind of like a dot, but notice these like 6 runes. Most of my damaging spells cost those runes. So you see there, I just applied the dot to 3 things. It costs a rune per application. But my builders, how I build those runes back up is by spamming my damage button. Or I think like if someone dies with that rune on them, they also gain, it can give me a rune or something, or has a chance to or something. So there's like a little mini game of like a rune economy in here. But for the most part, so far we don't have every spell unlocked. So for most packs, we're just going to be like getting as much damage off as possible, which you can see the damage meters and the healing meters down here. We're getting as much damage off as we can per pack, and then we're going to fill in with greater heal. Now I do have a talent that incentivizes me wanting to try to spread this dot around. Because like I said, this spec can get kind of mana hungry, but you see there, we just got a proc. of whenever I cast any of my damaging buttons, we can proc our oh, I just was not even looking in the middle of my screen. But we can gain a proc of this thing that like lets us shoot our, it's kind of like a, if you mix together like a frozen orb from frost mages and like holy nova, I guess. But basically, like it costs runes. Really, this orb costs runes, but it damages and heals anything that it passes through. Um, but if you get that proc, if I cast a bunch of damaging spells, we can get it to proc where it'll be free. It won't cost runes, so it's just really good, like in the rune economy kind of thing. It's really good. More time to focus on chat versus try hard content, absolutely. And this is exactly what I need this week. I'm honestly, if I'm being just totally real and honest with you guys, I am very stressed out. I have to make 2 weeks worth of videos and like it's already so hard finding ideas for videos in current WoW. So double it, you know what I mean? And that's kind of what I'm working on this week. We leave on Friday morning, so I have until raid on Thursday night to make, probably like 6 or 7 videos. But I have a few ideas. I also do plan on making some videos while I'm out of town. Um, like I do want to make like a wrap up video. Like I kind of just want to sit down while I'm in Italy and just like say, here are my thoughts on all the healers so far. I hope they add something for streamers to show what they are casting. Yeah, that would be nice, but that would actually be fantastic. And surely there's a way. I'll take a look I'll take a look into the like settings and see if there's a way that I can show it. But that would be really nice. Because I know ever since I've added that on my WoW streams, it has been an absolute game changer. But I'll kind of just really quick, I'll kind of like talk you through the process. Basically, for most of these pulls, like tanks aren't really fully confident to pull too much yet, and they shouldn't be. We're kind of all just progressing as we go, so we're very scaled to the dungeon, right? So I'm going to be trying to get as much damage as possible off. So I'm going to be using my runes at the start of a pool to apply my dot to as many things as possible. And then I'm just going to fill with my Dawn Flare, my smite spammable casted damage button, right? But once we get to the boss, you're going to really see me actually have to like stop what I'm doing and heal. But for most of these pools, like there usually is like a mechanic that does kind of require some big healing, right? So anytime I get this proc, I'm going to be trying to shoot this orb in. You'll see it does do damage and does heal anything that it passes through. I'm filling with greater heal. And I'm also dispelling anytime that I can. Oh, did we pull those guys? What the heck? I wish you could ping. So you have this like circle that you can put down. It's a 10-second cooldown. But dude, it clobbers. It does so much healing. So I'm actually going to enter into my major cooldown here. Avatar of Light. So now our heal is like instant. We're doing a bunch more healing. Dude, you're just like, it's kind of like Holy Paladin's big button, it's kind of like you popped wings. But now we have that proc again. I need to move my buff bar kind of down here more central. That way I catch all those procs. See, we're full on our runes though. I need to be spending these runes. So you can spend them on your dot. You can also spend them on this thing, and it's called Rune of Renewal. Think of it kind of like Echo of Preservation Evokers. So if my tank was just taking a pounding, I could then apply Rune of Renewal to him, and any spot heals that I do into that target, or any healing that I do into that target, will basically be multiplied by 1.25. So let me go and just show you. So if I were to like spot heal my tank, let's see, he's out of line of sight, of course. But let me just spot heal this little purple health bar. Where's this health bar? He's this guy. So he gets healed for 17k. But then if I put the rune on the tank and then spot heal him, you see he gets healed for 14k and then an additional 4k. So if I know I'm going to be... Oh, I need to be healing. If I know I'm going to be healing the same person over and over, so say like my tank is just taking a pounding, or like we're coming up to a big AoE bursty damage phase, I'll want to spread these runes around on my team so that way we're just doing more healing. So it's kind of hard to find. Like the spec is really fun. I say spec. I don't know what it's called in this game, but the spec is really fun because you kind of have to balance. You have to find that balance of like when should I use my runes, and it's not. They're not as easy to generate as a holy paladin's runes. You see here, like things cost a whole rune, but then when I smite or when I use my my button, my damage button, I only gain like a quarter of a rune back. So it's a really fun like alternate power economy mechanic, you know what I mean? So I really have been enjoying this spec. It's a lot of fun to try to like figure out when to do things and stuff. But mostly like a lot of my like transferable knowledge from WoW is kind of helping me there. It's huge for me when I'm trying to learn a new healer to see what you're using in different situations. Oh, 100%. It is like it's almost necessary to stream to have that visible on screen. But honestly, this game is a lot of fun because like so far a lot of the things are very simple and when you go into a new dungeon with WoW, there's so much content on WoW that you can kind of just like look up a guide and you'll find like 30 different guides, right? But in this game, I was doing my first ever dungeon and it was with two other people. The fourth person had disconnected. He ended up coming back later on. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of damage. This is my first time seeing these ads, so we gotta do some healing here. All right, let's spread these around. And let's do some healing. So that was terrifying. But it was our first time seeing that like a boss, all of us, and we were like, "Hey, this is my first dungeon. Like, what's up? Like, are you from WoW? Yeah, I'm from WoW." And it was like really cool to see that like all of us kind of like come together in that sense. But we also like we wiped on this boss like 20 times, and after each time we were like, I think we should try this. I think we should try this. And so it was really fun like solving the boss fight in real time with like new players. Like this is my first time seeing this boss, so we're probably gonna fail a mechanic. If you've seen this fight, you're probably gonna be like, what on earth is he doing? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine, but we're gonna learn together. So far it looks like just a tank frontal, super easy. And these learning dungeons, I'm pretty sure have like very simplified mechanics. Penumbra. I feel like we should get out of here, right? So it looked like only me and the hunter took damage, so maybe you have to be closer to that? I feel like I should pop my cooldown here. I don't do like quick damage to this. Anyways, he is too far from me. We're going to pop our major cooldown. We're going to blast healing into our tank. We also do have a shield, which I need to get more comfortable about pressing. It's this button right here. It does cost a rune. So let me go ahead and just shield everyone during this downtime. And then we can spot heal everyone underneath that shield. So now everyone's like basically at 125% health, which makes me, as someone who does not know this boss's mechanics, feel a lot safer. I also want to keep my dot on the boss because, like I said, you can run into like mana issue. Okay, so this I think it looked like the closer. Yeah, okay. So that's why those people didn't take damage because they moved in. I was wondering because I noticed me and the hunter, which is this purple health bar, we were the only ones that did take damage last time, so I figured that had to be it. Yikes. Okay. Let's go ahead. I'm trying to get close to players so that I can use my AoE heal on all of us. Let's move out of that. I've noticed that so far of the spells that I've unlocked, you don't really have a lot of shock heals. You do have like the casted heal. So it would be nice if I had another shock heal. I guess my shield is kind of a shock heal, a button that I can press on the move. But then you see here, this is why I didn't want to do this +1, because we get a helm that I don't even need already, and I only have like 4 pieces of gear, right? So we're going to keep voting for the right and middle options. Yo, Nyosi, what's good? How are you doing today? Just putting daughter to bed, and I'll hop back on if I can. Okay, Redford. I appreciate it. All right. We're just going to hop back in queue. Let's go and leave that group. I like also that it doesn't make you automatically leave the group once you leave the dungeon, because, like, there's a world where, like, if I like that group, we could just stick together and just push some keys, you know what I mean? But since we did more dungeons, we're up to 600 rating, so we're just, like, slowly unlocking some currencies, some spells. So now it says target ally takes 20% reduced damage for 12 seconds. So basically we just unlocked our external. Very cool. Very cool. Okay, so now we need to find a keybind for it. I'm gonna just slap it here on the bars. Which was it? This? Yes. Okay, and I need to find a keybind. See how easy it is to set up spells though? Bang! Look, I just keybound it to what my external is in WoW, and now I have my external keybound. So this game, the UI so far is the best. So you have heal and holy word sanctify. You just play as holy priest. I mean, yes, but I promise you, there's so much more to it. It's kind of like really. It doesn't look like it, but this is really like holy priest mixed with like preservation evoker. If I'm trying to like figure out two specs that this is most like, it's like holy priest pres evoker. Really cool, really cool. But I love the and holy paladin. I love this like. Oh, we just got a friend request. Nice. I don't know how to accept it. Probably up here. Friends, requests. Aganash. Okay, you're my friend now. Hey, we made friends. Um, but yeah, it's really fun. It really is. And also, so I have a B res, but it's from my gear. So I haven't seen any of the end game gear yet. But this makes me really excited for it because like if your trinket like actually gives you a very useful thing like a B res, that's awesome. That is awesome. But what's good, Elite Guard? Hopefully everyone's like, look, this game it does have an initial cost, so I know a lot less people are like excited to try it because you do have to kind of buy into it. But like, really, you had to buy into WoW too at the start too. But what has me excited is this is a one-time purchase, so I've bought it, I've locked it in. So if you have the $23 to buy it, I actually do recommend buying this game. I'm having enough fun already, and I just started to recommend that if you've thought about it, if you've seen other people playing it, you're like, I could probably try that out. I definitely do recommend it. And I think that from now on, like, I'll play WoW when it's really big. And then as the WoW season dies off, you know how it kind of like loses its luster as the season goes on? That's probably like the perfect time to load up some fellowship in the future. So, and this is just like iteration one of the game. I'm excited to see what this game evolves into. And a year from now when this game is like completely completely dead, someone's gonna clip that, and be like, come on now. But I definitely do recommend it, especially like for people who um I don't know, maybe starting WoW in 2025, the system, the engine that WoW runs on is a little outdated, right? We can say that. We can all say that. Um so there's something refreshing about playing like a new engine dungeon diver, you know? Something very refreshing. Needs controller support? Honestly, yeah. I mean, so far I've only unlocked enough spells to probably fill up 2 bars, but I would imagine we're gonna unlock a ton more spells here to where our bars will be full. Oh, also, let me see if I have a talent point. Let me see. Is there hotkeys to open talents? I guess not. Oh, not map. Talents. And this is kind of like the home world from what I gather. Like there's a bunch of vendors all over that kind of like can boost your gear and you could buy gear from and stuff. Which, like you guys were saying, I should probably go and fill in all these empty gear slots with some vendor gear. I have to find that vendor though. So that's not that guy. Let's see. Yeah, this game is I'm kind of upset with how much fun I'm having on this game, and I just started playing too. Okay, starter helm. So we need a necklace. It looks like this is the guy that we're gonna buy it from. Okay, I have 16 of this currency. So we need. Am I wearing pants? I think I'm wearing pants. Oh man. Okay, so I really want this gear. How do I buy this gear? Maybe I have to fill out every slot. We need a ring. Let's buy a ring. A rusty band? I don't like that name. But let's just get this gear. A shiny rock. Okay, sure. A shiny rock. We have a new trinket, which are called, I guess, relics in this game. Plus 47 expertise. I need to read what each stat does in this game. So, expertise increases all damage, healing, and absorb. Okay, so this is just like a base scaler. That's pretty cool. We also need. Apparently, I've been fighting without a weapon. I guess the weapon is my beard or the book, maybe. But we need a weapon. Vidalian arms. I just get an academy stat. Okay, so yeah, this is actually giving us a lot of stats. Um, a necklace. What is this? Shoulders. Okay, maybe I should replace some of these like other pieces, like cloak, chest. Sure, let me get a chest. That usually has a lot of stats in WoW. Um, legs and feet. Legs. How am I? Okay, so that's all my supplies. Okay, so we just went to a vendor and bought a bunch of gear. So we actually have some pretty solid stats now. Okay, good recommendation. That is nice. I didn't even know there was a vendor that sold gear. I went to this vendor and was like, oh, I don't want to buy any loot crates yet until I get to the. You basically can spend your currencies on these, but I wanted to unlock these purple ones. Like, I don't want to spend on the green ones. I want to save up, and once I unlock these, I want to get a lot of these. I think that's going to be the play. Okay, we are waiting on a group. Let's see. I haven't really checked out all the vendors. Can I mount here? I can. So let's go see these other vendors. Look, there's a healing trainer dummy and a damage dummy. And there's AoE dummies of like different pack sizes. So this is like, why doesn't every WoW town have this? You have to unlock Adept to buy the green gear. Ah, okay. So I just have to keep slamming some dungeons. Let's see. Adept. All I need to unlock Adept is get a time Cithrel's Fall. Oh, I have to time Cithrel's Fall. So Cithrel's Fall is the dungeon that we're looking for. I wonder if I could. Can I like target that dungeon? Is that a thing that I could do, or do I just have to hope that it pops up in one of my contender queues? I just bought this last night. So excited to play when I get home. I'm telling you, dude. So me and my wife, like I said, we had our first weekend where we're able to like hang out all weekend. So I had a blast, just like literally just chilling. We went shopping, like just got groceries together for the first time in a long time. So like had a great week or weekend. But yeah, I bought this on Friday night, did one dungeon before I went to bed, and like I could not sleep. So I was like, I want to go keep playing, man. I just want to keep playing. Dater Werat said, you need a group to target the dungeons. Ah, okay. Well, hey, if any of you guys are playing this game or have just started playing this game, let me know. We can kind of like at least have a few of us in a group together. Um, because man, that would be super nice to skip the queues and to target those dungeons. Because it would be nice to get the Adept League. I'm so down to play later. Okay, OG, if I'm still on, yeah, definitely shoot me a friend request. My name is just LB Ninja. I now that I see everyone is putting like TTV blah 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 as their name, maybe I should have done that, but no, we just put LB Ninja as my name. Um, keep your number 3 buff on tank. Yeah, extra healing. Yeah. For the most part, like most of the time, I am spamming heals into the tank. So like, yeah, it's nice to keep this on the tank. But also, like, if I know a big damage mechanic's coming up, like I've only repeated some of these dungeons a few times. So if I know a big damage mechanic's coming, then I'll kind of spread them around too, which has helped a bit. But oh, I need to try to fix my UI in a few different ways. So also the HUD editor, super like it just makes sense. But let's move our buff bar. Is this our buff bar? Yes. Let's move it here. Kind of. I guess it's not completely symmetrical because like it's longer than my other one. Okay, so none of these are the dungeon that I need. But we're just gonna go. Okay, contender 4. I've only done like 1s and 2s, so I am down to do a 4. Well, our HUD is gonna be a little wonky here. Maybe I can fix it before. Ooh, I think I've done this dungeon before. It has a pretty cool boss mechanic. So if this is the one that I'm thinking of, I think it's gonna be a good time. But it's so much fun just like relearning dungeons. Let me edit my hub and just fix this, or it's gonna kill me. Actually, kill me. But yeah, it looks like the buff bar is a bit bigger than the debuff bar, but that should help me kind of like catch my um when I get those procs of stuff. Also, the other talent that I have talented, so I have the one that's making my circle instant cast. Let's go and put our echo buff on the tank. And notice that the buff has a duration. So like any spot heal that I do on the tank for that duration, or any healing that I do on the tank, will be buffed. It's not like echo from Pres Evokers where it is like a one-time thing. You know what I mean? So it's like you can be very efficient with it. Or like if you put it on, say I were to put it on like this blue health bar guy, and only spot heal him once, then it would not be efficient, right? Because then you're only getting 1.25's worth of healing. Also notice, so this dungeon has some pretty cool mechanics. One of them is the water actually pushes you. Now I don't want to fall off, and I also don't know where the fall off range is, so I'm not gonna like mess around with it, but very interesting. Also, I need to move this off of my bars, so because I had it keybound twice. But I need to remember I have an external. I need to get into the habit of using it. This is also very good preparation for midnight because the UI is pretty simplified, right? Like, yeah, the UI is fantastic in this game and it just works. Um, okay, interesting. This guy's teaching us. If you stand in melee, those guys will not Hydra Bolt us. But this will kind of like prep us for when, our UI is going to be crappy for midnight, which I'm down for, right? I think getting some reps in on some crappy UI is nice. Also, I just pressed my auto walk button from WoW. Um, I don't know why. I figured maybe we'd be able to. Trying to get my dot on a few people before we get into this pull. I need to re-rune the tank. I'm also going to go ahead and external him while I'm thinking about it. So he's taking 20% less damage from my spells. Notably, like, one thing that is different about my UI on WoW, like Cell and WoW in this game, is I can't really see the tank's mitigations that he's applying to himself. However, it's worth noting that, I haven't played this guy's tank spec yet, so I wouldn't even know what I'm looking at. So it's probably for the best, right? But in this game, it's just a nice little chill time, especially the gearing process. It's like, we're all just going through, just grinding some dungeons at like a chill pace. It's not like WoW where you can pull the whole dungeon, have like one experienced player in the group just carry everyone. No, we are all inexperienced. Look, even like you have built-in plater, like it tells us when this guy is going to cast his spell again on the side of his health bar, like you can set up in plater. All right, we are maxed out on runes. I'm just gonna send some of these and be blasting. Also, I moved my buff bar and I haven't even noticed if it's told me when I get the buff. But also like in this game that like healing is very necessary. Like you are constantly healing basically. Like this little downtime that I have right now to cast some damage spells is like it's over quickly, and it's only once you kill the main enemy. Also, my dot has this mechanic where if I were to like reapply my dot to the same guy, it does like a shock. So it's not like it's probably not worth the rune, but it's not like completely worthless to do. And there's a talent you can take where if you do that, like you gain some benefit. I'm gonna external the tank here since I don't have him full coming into this pack. I'm also going to reapply my rune. This seems like something we shouldn't stand close to, but oh, this is his mechanic. Look, this like red pulsing was coming out of the tank. So I wonder if that was like bolstering us in some way. I bet it was. But like, look, we have like a little Light of Dawn-esque spell. It heals out enemies that it no heals allies that it hits, but also damages enemies that it hits. And it only costs mana, so it also can be a way to apply some or to get some runes at the start of a pool. So we still have our rune on the tank from last pool. Yeah, this spec is honestly a ton of fun. Ooh, nice to see a fellow play Fellowship Kappa Cool. Tony, it is very good to see you. Hopefully your weekend went well. Hopefully it's a nice like weather where you're at too, because the weather here is unreal. We spent some time outside last night and I did not want to come inside. It was like chilly. It was fall. It feels like fall outside. So I am just in like very good spirits because of that, honestly, alone. But uh, you got to stand in those circles, one person in each. Oh man, I don't remember which circles you had said that for, Lee, if I'm being honest. Okay, let's go and dot things up. But I'm taking my talents in a way that are kind of correcting the problems the spec has as we go. Like I said, for the first few dungeons, I was having some mana issues. Granted, we did have a DPS that disconnected, so like we were kind of like solo DPSing it. So the boss was dying really slow, so like that kind of contributed as well. Um, but I just didn't. I kind of realized how little you can do if you run out of mana on the spec. So I really just don't want to have that happen again. So the talents that I'm taking, let's see if I can pull them up during combat. I can't. But basically, you'll see wherever my buff bar. For some reason, I'm not seeing my buffs come up either, unless I'm blind. We moved them, but now I just don't even see them. Okay, we didn't get full count, so we're gonna have to come back and kill some trash after the boss. But now this is the boss, and this is a pretty cool boss. It's like a siren. Um, they pulled. I wasn't there. I was walking. Oh no. Well, okay. They're gonna wipe. We're gonna go again. But it has deafening screech. It's the typical deafen if you're casting while it goes off. I'm gonna say wasn't there yet. Bridge. This. How do you spell disappeared? Appeared when you pulled. But yeah, I would think they're definitely gonna die. So I want to show you guys. So I don't really want to give away the mechanic. This is honestly my first, other than when we would wipe on that boss that we were trying to learn the mechanics. This is like my first time dying. He said sorry. It's like I'm not pressed at all about that, but it was funny. Okay, but we respawn. We go again. I really want you guys to see this boss because it's a really cool mechanic. But this is a blessing in disguise because now we get to get this count. I have no idea where my buff bar went. Like I know I put it here, but have y'all seen a single buff all dungeon come up? You should see this like blue book. Oh, it's up. Why is it up here? Now what the heck? Yeah, we gotta fix that after this. But so I have two buffs going for me. One is whenever I cast a damaging spell, we can get a proc where our next orb won't cost any runes. So I haven't really pressed orb a single time all dungeon, but jump in. But yeah, that is something nice to be able to see. Okay, so this boss, he's gonna mark some people with a debuff. So you're gonna see some of these health bars be debuffed. I'm gonna go ahead and spread some shields on allies. Deafening Screech, so I'm making sure I'm not casting during that. It'll lock you out for a few seconds. It's very annoying. Notice it just locked two people together. This is very weird. They take more damage the further they are from each other. So notice once two people got locked together, they just like dash toward each other, right? Because it hurts. Undertow, it debuffs one person, and when you dispel them, it drops a puddle. So you want to take this away from the central pole. I just got deafened, I'm pretty sure. So we're going to dispel this person. He didn't know he had it, so that's okay. We have Deafening Screech coming up. You see up here we have like a built-in DBM. Those two people are linked together, but they're not standing exactly close. This thing scales up very quickly, so you definitely do want to be standing on each other. I didn't know how long that cast would take, but Undertow, it's going to probably put it on me, yeah. And just drop it out here. There's a reason why I'm dropping it away from this big circle, and we're about to see it. So Siren Song. You want to latch yourself to that pole before Siren Song finishes, or else she's about to like start singing, and you're all going to be running toward her, like a siren. Let's go ahead and press our big cooldown. Haven't used it yet. Might as well use it now. Yeah, super cool, like super interesting fight. Those two guys are not standing close at all, so I'm going to external the DPS. Deafening Screech, he said you can LOS the damage. I kind of want to see that. But yeah, honestly, just a super, super interesting fight. And these are like those like mini fights. Like these fights don't really matter. We're just leveling up a character. It's like we're doing a heroic dungeon. But the boss mechanics are like really interesting, and they're simple enough to where you can kind of like figure it out, Now we got Deafening Screech. I'm not really going to LOS it. Also, a really cool thing about the UI, if you hover uh, your mouse over like debuffs and buffs on someone's health bar, you can see what they do. So, I mean, the UI in this game is just fantastic. Ooh, we got a level 45 helmet. Very nice. We got to leave the dungeon to equip it, though. But we take that. But what's up, Jay Luna? Dude, this game is fun. I'm telling you, this game is fun. Ugh. Leveling another monk Nerdies. What for? Do you just want, like, every monk to have a different transmog look, you know? I don't want to leave the group yet. I kind of want to see if these guys want to do another one, but let's go and see what we unlocked. Another talent point, so now I can get my third talent row. But I've read these, and they all seem kind of weird. So, allies under the effects of my shields take 10% less damage, which is good, but so far I only have the one shield. So I'm guessing that'll get a lot better as we go along. Shimmering Brand. So this is when you reapply your dot to the same person. It does that zap damage. Its damage will also heal a nearby ally for 100% of the damage it dealt, which is interesting, but I don't think we'll get much heals from that. I don't know. I kind of want to experiment with that one, but this one I think is the one that we're going to take. So whenever we shoot out our orb and whenever it heals a player, however much it heals is also going to be applied as a shield. So it's basically, honestly, it's basically doubling the efficiency of our shield. Oh no. I only have one available talent point. So I still can't get one of these. Oh wait, but I can get another. Wait, so you can get multiple on the same row. Wow. Okay. Let's get this one. So my basically my flash heal is gonna take less time. So basically I'm converting my heal into flash heal. It's gonna have an increased crit strike chance. We're just gonna take that, but I really want to get these 2 points. So now I see it alternates. It goes like 2 points, 1 point, 2 point, 1 point, 2 point, 1 point. Interesting, interesting. Dang, I just had like a really sad low key experience in Mythic. Did you record it? I need you guys to start recording keys because I really want to start doing like key reviews, kind of like you know, Metro esque, where we just review funny keys and stuff. So if y'all want to start recording your dungeons and send them to me on, you can find in any of my videos descriptions. You can find my my email, my work email. So send your VODs to that work email, and I'll definitely make some videos out of them. Um, let's see. Is really death this season in the yeah? It's really hard to play this this late into the season. Maybe jumping into Fellowship Black and do it. It's fun. Like I'm saying, this game is really fun. It's a one-time purchase, and it's just like this is like how I imagine if you were to log out of Dark Souls and then load into Skyrim and just like it's pure vibes. Like this game is pure vibes. I really do like it. All you do in this game is Mythic Plus. Like there are no towns, quest zones, etc. Not yet, but honestly, it's like it's kind of nice. It's just like you kind of just chill by the campfire until your dungeon's ready. You know, it's hard to explain. Like I thought it was lame too when I saw another streamer play it, but it's a good time and like it's very rewarding the progression system. Um, and I'm saying that as someone who's very early into the progression system. And y'all know I am a shill for WoW. I will always talk up WoW whenever possible in Blizzard, but um, I have no ties to this game. Anything, I'm not getting paid by them. They didn't sponsor or anything. I just think this game is fun. I really do. Is there PvP? Not yet, but I do think that's probably going to be like next in line. The PvP aspect of this game is the leaderboards basically. So there's a very clear leaderboard system you can see here, and you can see like by dungeon, like the highest dungeon people have done. By each hero, you can search like we can filter down to Vigour. It's the lesser popular of the healers, but I'm gonna be up there one day, man. I'll get up there really quick, hopefully. Is it possible to change the unit frames to be stacked vertically? Oh, I would imagine. I would imagine you could do that. Let's see. Because I know a lot of people play with vertical frames per, so. Okay, none of these dungeons still are the one that we really need. So we're just going to vote for the hardest one because this gives us 45. But I'll need to look into that. I'll need to look in that for sure. So after this key, I need to fix my buff bar and I need to look to see if you can stack them vertically. Maybe if this game does well, they're going to add stuff later on or something. I would think so, especially with a game that has an initial cost. They are making all of their money at once, Not at once, but they went from making $0 to now they're making money, right? So they're hopefully they are gonna know what to buy, and I think PvP. If I were a game designer that made this game, I think PvP would be like the natural first thing to kind of add. Let's go and echo up the tank. Probably not stand in the green swirly if WoW's taught me anything. I need to be spamming my external. What does it cost? It costs mana. Okay, that's good to know. Also, we all just stood in that, and it linked us together and it applied a bleed. So, gotta watch out for that. Man, I really wish that I could see my buff bar. Because I want to shoot those orbs, man. The orbs are kind of like my favorite spell the spec has. Maybe I just do it. We're just going to send it. Okay, that actually did cost runes, so I did not have the buff that I needed. Yeah, this spec has, like, honestly, I think the reason why I like it so much, that thing's, like, looking at me. But I think the reason why I like this so much is because it has, like, all of my favorite parts of each WoW healer kind of all slapped together. So, like, I love Echo. Okay, that chunks. I love Echo, and this spec literally has built-in Echo, basically. Um, I love Holy Power gaming. Like, I love, like, extra resources. That's really fun to me. I love like the buttons that do damage and healing, and they're like a cone or like a circle. I love Holy Nova. I wish Holy Nova was like a bigger part of Holy Priest playstyle even. And this spec has like two. You basically have Light of Dawn that does damage, and you have like a frozen orb that does healing. Like it's super sick, right? So I'm a huge fan. We're gonna shoot out another orb. And the cool thing about the orb is it doesn't like go toward a target. It just goes forward, so you have to aim it. So it's basically kind of like temporal anomaly that does damage, I guess would be a healer's way to describe it. If I'm sure there's someone out there that hasn't played um, Frost Mage, right? Is that Kool-Aid? It is not Kool-Aid. Actually, it is the proud sponsor of this channel, G Fuel. I drink G Fuel all the time, but give me a little quick second to sell out. They did actually choose to support my channel and give me an affiliate sponsorship. So big shout out to them because I don't know. It's basically been my caffeine source for since like college basically, and now they chose to support a small channel. So I think that's really cool of them to support literally such a small channel as mine. So gotta shout them out when I can. But yeah, it's G Fuel. Hopefully they align their seasons to be like in between WoWs. That would be the best business decision that they could make. Is if as like a I don't have enough mana. What can I do with no mana? I can pray. I can pray. We can spam our damage buttons. I see I have the proc of the orb up there tucked away behind my UI. But there are some things I can do. Like I can spam my damage. Occasionally my damage spells will give me the book buff, which basically restores mana for me really well. But I guess I've been loosey-goosey with my... See, I have the orb thing again, so I just need to be smart with that. I also could just send orbs, like, with all the runes that I'm generating. You do generate mana really quickly between combat, but we're just going to let our mana bar top up and kind of let the tank chill here. He's also regenning. I'm regenning. We're all regenning. But yeah, that would be very, very... like very smart of them, very wise if they kind of like alternate a WoW season drop with a Fellowship season drop. See, like there, that's what trust me, there's a book there. But whenever I use my damaging spells, I have a chance to gain this buff, which I just got it again, which is fantastic. And I believe it's like a 12-second buff. And every 3 seconds we gain 2% of our mana back. So basically, whenever it procs, we'll get 8% mana back. So pretty cool. Also, it looks like we're coming up on a boss. We only have 58%. Oh, this is not a boss. This looks like a boss room. It kind of looks like a Smash Bros stage, right? It kind of looks like Final Destination. Do you play with an MMO mouse? I do. That's why you always hear vigorous clicking and clacking. It's my MMO mouse. Ooh, that looks like it's gonna hurt me. Let's go and rune up the tank. Oh god, I'm like stunned. Okay. Rune up the tank. Drop our big heal. We're slamming. Yeah, so that looked like it really chunked. This pack's kind of no joke. Yeah, I do use an MMO mouse, and I could not imagine playing any game without it. However, I will say, you do have to be careful about, like, slamming your buttons super hard, because I had a bunch of hand pain forever. Like, I had so much hand pain ever since I've started streaming. I'll just be sitting here between dungeons, like, massaging my hand, like, God, this hurts so bad. Because I rely on the mouse so much. However, I did recently discover something that has helped a ton. I haven't had hand pain in like 2 weeks. I'm like, dude, other people live like this without hand pain? This is crazy. But yeah, basically my hands no longer hurt. So, you know, praise be to Chromie. We don't have hand pain anymore. We are debuffed. Let's read what this does, though. You take increased damage from Shatter. Okay, so we want to try to dispel as many people as we can before the next Shatter. Okay, now we only have enough time to dispel 2 of them, so we're going to kind of alternate the 2 people that we dispel. So now I'm going to dispel this, like, Shaman health bar before it goes off. Ooh, okay, so he has 3 stacks. Interesting, interesting. I like this mechanic. I feel like WoW needs a mechanic like that. That's very, like, engaging as a healer. I guess technically it just boils down to just dispel on cooldown, so it's not like the most engaging thing. But I need to be relying on my damage buttons a lot more on this pool, because, like, you can probably see my mana bar is not where we want it to be. Let's rune up the tank and try to rely on our rune spells. Oh, I know that hurts. I'm also going to external the tank now. Trying to buy time. I'm also going to just keep shielding the tank. He's not full health. He'll be fine. He'll live. Trying to be as mana efficient as possible. Let's reapply our rune. Put one more spot heal into him. Go ahead and shield him up. We're good. Never tried gfuel. I would assume it's better for you than energy drinks. Oh yeah, my brother is a nurse. And 1 year I went up, it was last year or the year before, or even both of them. He said it twice to me now. He looked at me drinking this stuff. He's like, I think that stuff, that's got to be so bad for you. And I was like, it's not. And I showed him the label, and he spent like an hour looking at the label. And he came back to me and he was like, whatever. He was so mad that it wasn't really bad for you, you know? And that it actually has so many good vitamins and stuff, you know? So, yeah, I definitely think it's so much better. It's so much, like, more clean energy, too. Like, whenever I drink an energy drink, you really get, like, the jitters. There's also a bunch of sugar in most of them. But this one's sugar-free, which is really good. I don't know this boss's mechanics, by the way, but everyone's kind of stacked in melee, so I'm going to assume that something might happen at the bridge. There's also this guy up here. I bet we have to, like... Let's soak. Because, okay, that looked like a soak mechanic. You probably have to split 2 and 2 there. That looks like something you should probably dodge, though. Yeah, okay, so there's, like, this little dance here. Very cool. Very, very cool. Okay. So, it looks like Varith Vorn. Yeah, we're splitting 2 and 2 here, which seems right. There's a debuff on someone. I probably should have read that debuff before I dispelled it. But I'd assume that it probably, like, slows. Fights like this that normally have, like, a dance mechanic usually have slowing debuffs. There was also that, like circle. It was like a holy circle there. I wonder if you're supposed to grab that before he blows it up. I'm gonna, like, attempt it next time. I'm gonna shield the tank. Let's go ahead and rune up the tank too. Okay, this says deals magic damage over time When it disappears, a bomb will drop at your feet. Ah, okay, so we want to dispel right before one of these goes off. That way it's in the last thing. So that's a bomb, actually. Okay. That's from me dispelling. Yikes, dude. They just face tanked that. They probably had the same thought that I did. Like, oh, I wonder if you're supposed to grab that. Let's get in these. I'm going to external myself. Very cool, dude. That fight's fun. Very fun. Ooh, and we get a relic. These are like the trinkets. So grant 15% damage reduction to yourself and nearby. See, this is crazy. Imagine if trinkets in WoW were the strong thing. Like, this is a spell in and of itself. This is awesome. Yeah, this relic is super cool. How did you fix your hand pain? So I went to a hand specialist, and they said they basically dispelled all my suspicions of what I thought I was going wrong with my hand. And they said we think it's just simply overuse and like strained muscles, and like it's been going on for like 5 years at this point. So they were to the point where it was no longer like a sore pain; it was like a burning pain. Like it was like the pain has changed, right? But she was like, "Oh, you can try this, you can try this, you can try this." And one of the few things that she just kind of like listed off was this stuff called Voltaren. It's just a little gel, Voltaren. Now I have to remind you because I didn't know this at first, but this is basically like a topical gel that you put on. It looks like toothpaste, right? But you just take like a little, like an inch of it, you squirt it on your hand, you just rub it in, and your hands feel like instantly good because it does have the same stuff that's in ibuprofen, kind of. So you do have to be careful. You can't like take ibuprofen and rub that on because then that's like bad for you, you know. But and I'm very like, I've only used it like a few times, and after using it once, it has like alleviated my future hand pain too. It's not like it's crazy how good this stuff works. It's not like a one-time use. It works for 6 hours, then stops working kind of thing. It's like it's just helped. It's basically reversed the inflammation of my muscles and everything inside of my hands, and I'm telling you, it's very good. But like I said, you do have to be careful because like I can't advise you to take it while also not mentioning that you have to be careful because it is like an NSAID, which is the same thing that like I think ibuprofen is maybe. But yeah, honestly it's amazing. So I guess I could Voltaren, like unreal, has worked wonders for me. Okay, so what did I say I was gonna do? We need to edit our UI, get it working again because our buff bar kind of just went off on a little vacation. It's not gonna be symmetrical, which is gonna bother me. That's okay. It's better than nothing. So we're going to save that. I also wanted to see if we could stack unit frames vertically. How would we do that? Let's click them. Show icon, show roll icon. So, okay, so I would think... Yeah, okay, so grow to the right other than expanding up. So yeah, you can make them vertical. You just have to change this box. So basically you come into your HUD editor... you click on party unit frames and you say expand up instead of expand to the right. So yes, you can make it go up and down. Luffy came in and said, "This streamer is a tall hobbit." You're not wrong. What's up, Luffy? Good to see you. Reminds me of Final Fantasy. Honestly, yeah, I've only seen my friends play Final Fantasy a little bit, but you're not wrong. I think very similar. One thing about this game is like this is like I said, this is iteration 1. But I wonder what this game's gonna be like in a few years. Like I wonder if they're gonna add in like raiding and PvP. It's gonna be sick. Jay Luna said, "How do you find the UI tweaking?" It's unreal. It's like you have every add-on built into the game already. Like you don't even need. Look, this guy has his picture. Like that's him. No, I want level 45 gear. Stop taking me to these boring dungeons, man. Okay, they won. They took me to the level 2 key. Why are we going here? I don't get it. Maybe one of you guys know, why would you do the +2 and not the +4? That gives you better gear. Like, why would you do that? But I need to, before I forget, if I can, I need to equip this gear. No. Okay, so I need to remember to equip these 2 other pieces of gear. Yo. Let's go. Okay, which dungeon is this? Notice that all the dungeons are just like kind of straight shot, go to one boss. I wonder if like as you get into higher dungeon difficulties, if there's going to be more what am I saying? I don't know why I'm hitting the totem before we've killed these guys. You have to kill the people before you can actually damage the totem. I am a little stupid. But honestly, we could just dot it and keep going about our day. I feel like our dot would eventually kill it. Okay, dang, dude. I just spy healed my tank for 32,000. That's a lot. Yo, what's up, Gumshoe? You're playing mobile WoW now? No, I'm telling you, Gumshoe, this game is... I hate how fun it is, dude. I like all weekend I was like, I just want to go play some more. Like it's so fun. The UI is fun to set up. It's fun like learning all these mechanics and stuff, and it's just like very fluid. I love the graphics too. It's just nice playing WoW on uh, an engine that's not from 2005. You know. Uh, so I'm a big fan. Oh, Orb of Pain. I probably shouldn't have face tanked that. Sounds like something that would hurt. Dang, dude, my spot heals are chunking. I feel like they're critting because we took that talent that's that gives it a bigger crit chance. One thing notable though is that I don't have a kick yet. I wonder if the spec's gonna get one. I guess we could kind of like sneak peek up the tree. Oh, also these little roses, they're really pretty, right? Well, if you step on them, they become enemies. I guess I can step on these too. I wonder if they give count. But yeah, if you step on them, they become enemies that you have to kill. So hopefully my tank's not too mad. We gotta put our rune on the tank. I'm gonna call it like Rune of Echo. I'm basically just calling all the spells what their like WoW counterpart is at this point. Let's shield the tank too before we go into the next pool. Okay, so this boss is the really interesting one. So this is the dungeon that I did first when I first started playing. And it was the whole group's first time in here. And we all just sat there and like figured out the mechanics together. So I am excited about this dungeon because it has some cool mechanics. I guess like once you learn the mechanics, they're less cool just because it's more fun to like sit there and learn them, you know? But you see these little green vines on the ground? The boss applies them and they slow you. So like you have to bait the vines to a good spot to where there's no way to explain it until we get there. So we'll get there eventually. Oh, also if you press, what did I just press? I pressed a button and targeted this guy, but never mind. But yeah, this game is really fun. It's a nice like chill vibe, a nice change of pace. I look forward to playing it during the WoW downtime. And I do want to make a guide on both healers, so we're going to try to like master this healer, climb up a bit, and then I'll start playing the other healer and stuff. But man, I could literally just like hop in Discord with the boys and play this game all weekend now. Do I have any friends? Not at all. But can I imagine what it would be like to have friends while playing this game? Oh, absolutely. You know, it's funny I say that, but I saw a TikTok where this guy was like, I'm just going to kind of try to act out this TikTok because there's no way to explain it other than trying to act it out. He was like, so I just found out my girlfriend has Tinder and she's been talking to a guy and we're going to go sit in on their date and, you know, find, hey, now I play with you. I would love to play with you, Brother Bear. So if you do end up getting this game, let me know. Especially if you're not playing a healer. But if you want to play a healer, absolutely play a healer. But he was like, I just found out my girlfriend has Tinder and she's meeting up with a guy today. So let's go like see their date. So he goes to like a Starbucks or something, and he like he's like sitting in the corner and records this guy walking in, and he's like, actually, I don't have a girlfriend. I made that Tinder profile, and I just moved here. I don't have any friends. But I didn't want to go out to eat alone, so I befriended this guy on Tinder, posing as my girlfriend that doesn't exist, and now we're eating lunch together. And he was just like sitting there so creepily. It was like a skit basically, but he was sitting there so creepily, and it was like so funny how he was like basically stalking this guy. But I don't know how he set it up and framed it was really funny. But that's kind of like me and WoW with these pugs, right? Like these are my friends, even though I don't know these people. Not really. That's very corny. Hell yeah, I'd get it. I'll get it now. Honestly, I'm telling you, I want to play with some people. This sounds so much fun. Oh, it's F one, two, and three. Okay, so you know how in PvP on WoW, a lot of people how they heal is they don't use mouse overs, they don't use anything like that. They change who their target is by pressing F1, F2, F3, and so on. Um, there's only one more. I don't know why I said and so on. A lot of people in PvP and WoW heal like that. Like that's their preferred way to target their allies and stuff. It has that built in. So if I press F4, it goes to me. F3 goes to this person too, and one. So if you didn't want to use mouse overs, that's an option too. They have that built in. Sounds like a future murderer. Yeah, I know. It was a funny skit though. How he framed it, he like looked so creepy, but it was like funny. Like we were, you really thought he was gonna catch his girlfriend cheating, and then he was like, actually, I don't have a girlfriend. And then it like got really creepy. It was a good one. I keep pressing my mount button on WoW, which is F3 in WoW. Um, and my mount button in this game is Z. I need to get used to that. But honestly, all the downtime between pools is giving me time to regen mana. Also, my buff bar's over here. Okay, so the buffs grow from right to left. I wonder if we could change that to make them grow from left to right. Because I don't want them over here on the right side. I want them right here on the left side of that bar. I feel like we can fix that. All right, we are getting close. We're at full count, so the bosses are kind of like down in this little pit here. So we just have one more pack, and then it's boss time. It took me way too long to figure out how to get my party frames to go vertical. Like I have them in WoW embarrassingly long. I would like be like, oh man, but we did just show it, and it took. The thing is though, it's not your fault, Aegis. I don't think it's your fault. I think it's WoW's fault because we're so used to like having to like hunt down for ways to do things, but this game made it so simple that yeah, I just don't think it's your fault. Okay, so the first mechanic in this fight, this Brawl is gonna be casting bolts all the time. So ideally, we have a kick that can kick it, but we don't, or I don't. Yeah, people are gonna have to kick these wild bolts because they're just hammering the tank. Also, Drazul is going to be shooting these scythes that kind of just are like whirlwinding blades kind of flying around the arena, right? Notice that I got this green. It'll pick a random player. I think it can even pick the tank. But you get this, one person gets this green puddle that they have to drop, and you want to drop it on the outside of the room. And I'll show you why. Well, now we have our big heal mechanic, which is Furious Tantrum. Gonna heal up through that. Okay, so this is why you drop it on the outside. So Vortex. He's going to attempt to suck everyone in, which one person did get the memo. Amsung did not get the memo. But he's going to attempt to suck everyone in. You have to stand in the vines, and boom, that's the mechanic. So super interesting, but also it's kind of cool because like you can't stand near the vines at all times because you'll bait the blades into the vines. And you see the blades, I think, just destroyed the vines, actually. I didn't know they did that. Interesting. But you can't get too far. Oh, I'm out of mana. You can't get too far from the things because you need to be able to get in them once the vortex starts, right? But yeah, the setting up the UI is so easy in this game. Like comparatively, it's so nice. It's like they literally thought of everything. But okay, so we need to see if we can make our buff bar go right to left. What else did I say? So let's fix that now. Edit HUD, buff bar. Maybe mid left is probably what I'm looking for. Save, yes, let's save it. And let's see if that works. Let's That's not what we're looking for. Okay, so maybe you can't do that. Okay, HUD editor. I guess we just have to move it like this. Oh no, that breaks my eyes. Let's anchor center. I'm nervous. I don't want to mess things up. Okay, so now if we get our buff where we get the free orb, we'll be able to see it kind of like central to the screen. No click casting for heals. It's built in. It's built in, but you get to choose if it's like that. I know what you mean though. Like, can you set up the same button to do two functions? I don't know yet. I haven't figured that out. But like, say we want to like rebind a spell, you can. So like, let's just rebind like our greater heal, for example. Greater heal, you can set it. Let's see. How do you do it? I know there's a way to do it. You can say like, oh yeah, do you want it to have mouse over targeting? If no, it'll kind of just do its thing. But I guess no, maybe they haven't added that in yet where you can set the same, like, you know how in WoW, for my Resto Shaman, I have Chain Lightning and Chain Heal on the same button. It just alternates depending on if I'm hovering over health bar. I don't know if they have that functionality yet. Surely they might, but they might not. They might not. You can leave just a bit of space between vines and the wall, and you can be super lazy if you're playing a range class and just, oh, that's nice. That is nice. Just stand kind of between. But don't you bait the blades? Would that not mess with the blade? The little whirling wind blade baiting? Okay, let's go and equip our new pieces. This, I don't know if it's, but it might be the same thing. It is the same thing. Oh, look, there's like a tier set little bonus that we could get. Okay, but we have this like sick trinket. Let's see which trinket we want to replace. This one just gives me stats. This one also just gives me stats. I really like expertise. I think I'm going to keep the haste. So we're going to get rid of oh, that's my weapon. Okay, so we're going to replace this gray. So now I have a new, basically a new spell. My trinket is my new spell. It gives 15% mitigation to me and nearby allies for 15 seconds. That's so long, dude. That is like a really long time. I'm sure there's also a way that I could scrap all of these old pieces of gear. We'll have to look into it. But I really need to hit that other dungeon. How do I need to, I don't even know. Oh, throw book. Dude, our stun is called throw book. We literally yeet our book at them. That is fantastic. Oh man. Educate a target, stunning them for 2 seconds. This is my new favorite spell of any game ever. Get educated. Just throwing a book at someone, dude. That is awesome. The downside is, though, is that my stun is always going to be the same button as my WoW stun, which is C4. So I'm going to have to move around some spells. So here, we don't want this to be bound anymore. What do we want our shield to be? Oh, man. Maybe I move my weapon ability down here. And I'm going to unbind this, and then I'll bind my shield to 7. Trying to make it make as much sense coming from my WoW keybind setups to this. So this one actually I should put my, so this spell is kind of like Thunder Focus Tea. It's like if Thunder Focus Tea also gave you a bunch of mana. Or no, if Thunder Focus Tea also filled up your Teachings of the Monastery stacks, that would be this spell kind of. But for Thunder Focus Tea, I have it on my Control +8 button. So I think I want to swap that. So, oh man, this is trippy. How do I want to set this up? I do want to move this. So I definitely want to move this to that button. Maybe I just Mm, let's unbind C5 and let's put our trinkets on. Can I bind this button? I can't. Why not? Boom. Okay, yeah, we're gonna do our trinkets on these two buttons. So these are my two like mouse. If I move my scroll wheel to the left and the right, that's what these buttons are. And for just for reference, this is how I keybind like convoke the spirits, or what would it be on my? What's this keybind on my monk? One of them is Ring of Peace. The other one is what is it? Shaylun's Gift. Shaylun's Gift. Okay, so let's unbind that. So 8 is open. Okay, I like it. So if I want to B-res someone, it's this. If I want to use my other trinket, it's this. You know what? I kind of want to swap those, actually. So, yeah, let's swap those. That feels more like my... That's like my convoke button. Whew, dude, we're about to educate some fools. Now we have a stun. We are going to yeet a book at someone, educate them, and stun them for 2 seconds. Put them in timeout, basically. Dude, this game is fantastic. I hate how much I love it, but I do. I really do. Okay, so can I scrap my old gear? I know you can upgrade your gear, so I kind of want to see, like... What does it do? It costs that. How much of that do I have? I have 94 gold. I don't want to spend any resources yet. I'm sure the amount of gold that I have right now is, like... Oh, the scrapper. Okay, this is what we're looking for. But I'm sure like 94 gold is nothing for the end game. But still, I don't want to spend resources on upgrading lower end gear. Can I just right click it? No. Because I want to be saving up. It's kind of like when you start a new like Clash of Clans account. You know how you start your account with like 25 gems? And in the tutorial, they're like, spend 2 gems to finish this like 30-second upgrade really quickly. And you're like, dude, it's literally 30 seconds. I'm just going to save the 2 gems, you know? So I don't know. Maybe 2 people get the reference, I mean. But we're just going to save our gold, not upgrade our gear until we actually get good gear. Worthy gear of getting an upgrade. Man, I wish I knew how to really work everything. Dungeon Codex. The one that we really need is Cithral's Fault. Why is it a capstone dungeon, though? How do we unlock a capstone dungeon? Ooh, 75. So we're probably waiting until we get, like, good gear. Good enough gear to get it. Yeah, we really need Cithral's Fall. So maybe we should spend resources trying to get better gear? I'm down to actually spend... Well, I only have 7 of these. How do you get these? I don't want to use 5 of the 7 that I have. But maybe the vendor... Let's see. You need to time Cithral's Fall in Contender. Dang. Okay. So we're kind of just waiting until we get that one dungeon. Maybe I could post in general chat, like, hey, does anyone else need Cithral's Fall and want to party up? Maybe? Let's try it. Anyone else need Cithral's Fall? Wanna party up? Question mark? Come on, we need it. Ooh, also, do I have 2 charges of my defensive? What? Okay, so our defensive's really cool. This spell kind of does, like, too many things a little bit. So it says our movement speed is increased by 50% for 6 seconds. Cool. We also take 20% reduced AoE damage. Cool. Also, it grants us cooldown acceleration equal to our haste. So, how do I show that? Let's use this spell. So watch this spell's cooldown. 8, 7, 6, 5. See, we barely have any haste that it's hard to even see if it's doing anything, but so like right now we have 4.54% haste. I'm sure that started cooling down 4.54% faster. Also, no one is responding if they need Cithral's Fall, so you're done. Uh-oh, what are you done with? You're done. I'm celebrating. I don't know why though. We're done. You're done. Yay. What are you done with, Ceiling Panda? Congrats though. Is it a dungeon you were targeting? Oh, oh with your UI. Can I show it on stream or no? I'm not gonna show it on stream, but oh, dude, I'm curious. What is the armor? Oh my god. Oh, it's a beauty. It is a beauty. I love this way more than I should. Oh my god. Is that your health and mana? The okay, I'm guessing health, maybe shields? What? Oh man. That is good. That is really good. Oh, I'm so jealous of your abilities, Ceiling Panda. That is fantastic. The food buff tracks well fed, and the armor takes the lowest armor durability. Oh, it shows armor durability. That is amazing. I always like wonder how durable my armor is. Um, Man, that is awesome. That is awesome. So the well fed buff in WoW. I'm stupid, dude. That's genius. That is amazing. Oh man, that is so good. Will this work when Midnight comes out? So Ceiling Panda, I'm just gonna kind of like say it without revealing too much, but Ceiling Panda has redone WoW's UI, and I don't know how to say it, but it's glorious. It is glorious. Um, that is nice. But yeah, if this will work in WoW or in Midnight, I'm definitely gonna use it. I know it will break, but it's fine. It was funny 2 days. I mean, there you go. Dude, that is awesome. You need to release it for download. Like, let other people use it. And then, like, set up, like, a little Discord or a little Patreon thing. The heart icons will for sure break. The rest might work. Ah, okay. That does look like it would be kind of hard to get working. We're going to reset our queue. I don't know if we were kind of stuck in one. But just in case. But that is amazing, Ceiling Panda. Very well done. Is it all through weak auras? I guess you had to like load in images. I can't even imagine how you did that. That's awesome. That is awesome. It's an add-on? Oh, okay. Dang, so you made your own add-on. God, you are good at what you do. That's awesome. Surely that will work in Midnight. What? How is that not just cosmetic, you know? Surely that would work. Oh man, we really need this one dungeon. Really need this one dungeon. So it looks like we're kind of like working our way to the right. So as we progress, right now I think we are here because I have started to see level 45 gear. It must go with your gear level. But eventually we're going to unlock Cithral's Fall. Okay. Difficulty 7, which I think we're at like 4 or 5 right now. So it could happen. Could happen. Oh, this game is so much fun. When it'll work. Let's see. But weak auras are sort of mini add-on. Yeah, true. Honestly, it's so true because I mean you can literally code inside of weak auras. It's so true though. Weak auras does like everything. What is this guy? Kind of spin everything. I mean, I could spin gold and upgrade gear that I have. Maybe that lets us skip queues? Maybe. No. Let's see. Let's try to upgrade this helmet. Does it upgrade item level? It does. It does. So we could skip some item levels. Man, I got stuck in an AK person queue the other day for this. Folks able to get in today? Yeah, I mean, we had to refresh a second ago because, like, the queues were getting stuck. Um, It looks like maybe we might have to refresh again, but like once you refresh, it kind of fixes itself. Yeah, I got stuck in an 8K queue last night too. I think that's just like the default number it shows you. I don't think it's actually 8K people. Um, we might, if this queue goes to like 4 minutes, I'll reset it and refresh just to be safe. But hopefully it's working. But I really like how like details meters works. We need to see if we can show our casts. Let's check that. Okay, so settings. So what I'm trying to see is like in WoW how I can show you guys the spells that I've cast recently. I want to see if I can display what I'm casting on screen. Um We're in a group. Okay. I'm gonna go with a 4. We just need to get better gear. I'm always gonna select this like rightmost one. You're playing this too? Ugh, I have zero interest in this game or anyone playing it. Sorry, my opinion. Of course, good luck, Luna. I totally feel you there. I'm the same way whenever everyone else like hops to a different game, but I just gotta tell you, this is like it's very similar to WoW, honestly, and it's so much fun. It really is a lot of fun. It's nice and chill. Um, and yeah, I'm just playing it. I only have a few days to stream this week. I'm going out of town, so I was like, I might as well try something new. And unfortunately, I am really, really enjoying this game. And you know, all the other people, or most of the other people that are streaming it, were like sponsored by this game. I wasn't, so I have no like. I will not hold back if I start to not enjoy this game. But so far, it is just like pure vibes. It's really fun. Um, it's like we're playing WoW on like a modern engine, basically. But you know, to each their own. I do have a lot of WoW videos that I'm working on to be posted over the next week while I'm out of the country. So you're gonna get a lot of WoW videos. I'll finally be able to make a WoW video that I've been trying to make all season. But now that the dinar system is dropping tomorrow, it is tomorrow, right? Hopefully it's tomorrow. But now that the dinar system's dropping, I'll finally be able to buy this piece of gear that I want to make a video on. I've been wanting to make a video on. Also, it looks like that queue broke, unfortunately. Like someone didn't accept the queue. Um, yeah, I've been trying all season to get a single piece of gear, and just to no avail. Um, what would it be under? Not input, not gameplay. I would think it would be under interface though. But yeah, I'm not gonna like cuff you down and make you watch the stream. You know, I definitely respect when people don't want to watch a certain game, for sure. But I appreciate you dropping in. Hopefully the weather's nice where you're at, and hopefully all is well. Hopefully you're like right on the brink of a promotion at your job, and your family's all happy and healthy. Um, I have no idea what it would be under. Maybe in the HUD editor? Hmm. No. Maybe I could like Google it. Google is the way to answer any question, right? Let's try Google. Uh, Fellowship. Uh, show casts list. No, I don't want to see the list of the cast of the Fellowship of the Ring. No. Show recent casts, maybe? No. Every time I Google Fellowship, it's just freaking Lord of the Rings, man. Okay, my group is in there. We also have a monk tank. So I forget I changed my my keybinds. I'll give it another shot once the workday is over. Played a few runs and it's a blast. It really is, dude. It's just it captures like it's just vibes is the only word I can think of. Like it's just nice and chill. It's like wow, but chill. Also, this person looks like Alice in Wonderland, you know. But that's the monk tank. I don't know how they work, but I would imagine it's got some similarities to like Brewmaster. But there's only two tank specs. I think there's like a monk-esque one and a like a warrior-esque tank. Um, I feel like I would probably enjoy the warrior-esque one. But what my plans are with this game is I'm gonna play the healers to start. Gonna make like a guide on the healers once I get good with them and unlock everything. Really like them graphics of the game. Yeah, honestly, me too. It is a beautiful game, like absolutely beautiful. And that is like the one thing that when my friend first was telling me, "Hey, you should play WoW," I just like would watch those like the cutscenes where like the mouths are all like, you know what I'm talking about, like the orcs talking and stuff. And I was like, I don't know, man, that's just not my cup of tea. He was like, trust me, like you get used to it, you learn to love it, and I have learned to love WoW's graphic style. But it is refreshing playing like a modern graphics game. Like, look at this guy swing his hammer, dude. I mean, that is clean. That is clean. Look at this, like, ice mage looking thing. Okay, of course, as soon as I point him out, he stands still. But, like, this game is clean, man. Spread our die. Let's heal the tank. I'm going to external the tank, too. Let's dispel. Okay, I need y'all's help. So I have tomorrow. I have this free orb proc. I also have my mana regening. But tomorrow I have not tomorrow. Friday I have a 2-hour flight, followed by a 4-hour layover, followed by another 9-hour flight. Okay. I am very, very afraid of heights. It doesn't really show in flying, except for as we take off and as we land. I get very, very anxious. Um, however, the one thing that weirdly enough I have found that keeps me from panicking and like having like a panic attack is if I'm specifically watching a scary movie on my iPad. Like if I'm watching a scary movie as the plane takes off, I don't know why. This is like my, you know how everyone's like, "What's your serial killer trait?" This is my oh, I keep pressing the wrong button. This is my serial killer trait, right? I need to watch a scary movie to avoid getting scared on a plane. And I think it's because like my I'm so like tense from the scary movie, like, oh, when am I gonna get jump scared? That like it just I don't even think about the flight, right? Um, but if y'all have any scary movie recommendations, I need them. Also, I haven't watched a scary movie since our last flight, like almost a year ago at this point. So I'm sure if you recommend some things, I'll probably have seen some of them because it is my favorite genre. But it's been a long time since I've watched a scary movie. Yeah, I need to have something ready, something downloaded. No, he just jumped on me with the fear. I need something ready downloaded so I can watch it on the plane. But also I'm gonna download the web page of all the changes, all the patch notes of Midnight that are out yet, or out so far, and I'm gonna be reading all of the patch notes, reading all the healer changes, and when I land, I do want to make a video kind of talking over my thoughts of all the changes, of specifically the healers. Good Italian-made classic horror. I mean, hey, that would be nice. Also, so just to kind of give you like a rundown of what we're doing, we're gonna land in Switzerland and then take a train to Italy. So it's gonna be like the train is kind of like the big like event that we're doing, right? Um, so if you like, I've already, I think one of my like three favorite movies is Train to Busan. So that one I might rewatch. I'm thinking about it. But if you have like any train scary movies, Not any plain ones. I feel like we should probably avoid the plain ones, right? But like any, Italy ones, any Switzerland ones, all those are welcome. We're also planning on going to the Lindor, like the Lindor Truffle Museum while we're there. And so I might watch like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I don't know. I know that's not a scary movie, but I don't know. Yeah, it's very weird. For some reason, watching a scary movie helps me not get anxious on flights. And it's funny because like I'll be sitting there watching the creepiest thing on my iPad, and then I'll kind of like zoom out into reality, and just like I'm sure someone nearby sitting, like the person sitting next to me, is like, "Why is this person watching like an Exorcist, like just for fun while we're taking off?" This kid's freaking weird, but it helps me, man. I don't know what to tell you. All right, we have our free orb proc. This orb is so cool, man. Orb is so cool. I wish that orb procced more often. Of course, as I say that, we get another proc. Let's just shoot our other ones. We have a bunch of runes available. All right. We are cruising, man. This monk tank looks really cool. Let's spread some of our dot. Heal a bit. Try to do some damage. Get our orb. I'm excited once we make it to the boss, whatever the boss mechanic is. I think this is like that like rock elemental thing. I'm gonna use my trinket on it because I feel like that trinket's got to be really good. Oh, I could educate this guy. I just educated him. He just learned a lesson. I just stunned him for 2 seconds by throwing my book at him. That is amazing. I kind of want to watch my character and see like does he actually throw his one book at the enemy. So once I get my stun back, I need to remember, and we're gonna educate someone. Oh, the tank is dying. I actually have something for that. Get back in there and fight, soldier. Okay, shout out to B-Res on a trinket. That is amazing. Yikes. I just let the tank die. Okay, I actually could use my trinket here. That is a good time to use it. This guy does a lot of damage. For this next shatter, I'm going to use it. Okay, so now everyone has 15 seconds of 15% mitigation. That is not bad at all. And I'm stacking my other mitigation on it. We're beefy. Oh, I'm out of mana. Let's put our extra on that guy. Let's dispel myself. Very nice. Dude, that is awesome. Ooh, okay, so I've seen one of those. One of those my brother recommended a while ago. Oh man, I think it was Hereditary. Which one? I'm just gonna say like 2 words, and it'll. Oh, this guy's just getting melted, man. I'm gonna say 2 words, and it'll kind of tip you off on one of those 2 movies. One of them has to do with a sister and a car. That's all I'm gonna say. Which one of those was that? Was it? I'm pretty sure that was Hereditary, right? I know I've seen both of those before, but I can't remember which one's which. Just got back from a trip to Japan, watched Megan 2.0 on the plane. It was pretty good. You know, I've never seen the first one, so I might get both the Megan movies, and if I like them, I could watch them. Or I could get like the first Megan movie and watch it on the way there, and then on the way back, if I liked the other one, or if I liked the first one, I could download the second one. I keep pressing my wrong mount button. But, you know, kind of just like trial run the first Megan movie. See how that goes. Okay, so we know this boss's mechanics. This boss is super cool. Am I supposed to damage this guy up here? I am not. It's an invalid target. Okay, so we have to get ready to soak. I'm also going to be putting my echo on some people. Our mage doesn't know he's supposed to soak. So I did just face tank all that damage. Okay, so this is the thing that I need to be looking out for the dispel. Need to do the dance. Dude, that like warrior spec, he looks like Thor. That is so cool. I'm gonna kind of move back so that when I shoot my orb, it'll be good. Oh, also I need to dispel myself back here so that bomb is like way back there. Now we're thinking on all cylinders here. Oh my god, it's still chunks, dude. Let's go and use our major cooldown. Oh, actually, let's wait until this mechanic. I feel like I never press this button. Because it takes a while to build up. You have to, like, cast 100 spells to get it. Or something like that. You have to, like, heal X amount. I'm going to dispel that guy while he's kind of back there. We are going to be stacked here. I do have my trinket for AoE damage mitigation, though. Which should help versus this bomb's damage. Oh, yeah, that was nice. Dude, a trinket just giving you AoE mitigation. It kind of reminds me of, do y'all remember the trinket that you would get from when you killed Anduin in Sanctum of Nomination? Did anyone use that trinket? Oh, I also have the Dispel. That is a really bad spot for it. I'm trolling. I'm going to external that guy and pop my personal defensive. I wonder what happens if you don't soak one of those. I bet it just, like, nukes everyone. But do you remember that trinket that you would get from killing Anduin? Where you, like, basically you become, like, a Disc Priest barrier for a bit? I thought that was so cool. I wish they'd do more trinkets like that. Both, really? Oh, okay, okay. Sister and Car is both of them? Oh man. Okay, so a little cliche, but you can watch Suspiria. I've never even heard of Suspiria, Jay Luna, but if it's like a cliche, like classic scary movie, I'll definitely look into it. Suspiria. Okay. Suspiria and Megan. Also, a new one just came out. I think it's on Peacock. But it's oh, what's it called? It's like The Woman in the Yard or something. It's about like this family who, like, the kids just see this like woman sitting out in their yard who's like basically like an omen that like something bad's gonna hit the family, and it looks really creepy, but I don't know how scary it is. I need jump scare. I need the fear of a jump scare to keep my anxiety down. Okay, we just gotta keep grinding. Let's equip that piece of gear though. It is a ring, which is nice. I kind of want to go ahead and spend some of this gold and upgrade our pieces. So let's scrap this old ring. And let's actually upgrade our gear. At least the pieces that are already 45. So I'm going to upgrade this. I'm going to upgrade that trinket for sure. That trinket's really good. So we're spending a lot of gold, but I feel like this has got to be worth it, right? So our helmet is 105. That's crazy. So upgrade our trinket for as much as we can. Can do it like probably twice. Yep. Okay. So we got a couple item levels off that actually. But yeah, you see we have just like this giga helmet, and then the rest of our gear is like level 1. I have a giga helmet and then a cloak that's just a napkin. You know, like, oh, that's funny. Okay, let's just jump right back into queue. Let's keep blasting. Actually, we can get some rewards. We've done our 11th dungeon, so now we gain another talent point. Actually, another talent row. I kind of want to tinker around with the talents and see what's the purpose of getting a new talent row when you don't have the points to get them. Can you... Like, could I come down? Oh, you can. You can skip rows. Okay, that's kind of a game changer. What was I running? Each time you cast Dawn Flare, blah, blah, blah. So this was the free orbs. I wonder, I feel like I kind of want to swap off of that. Let's mess around with some things. So you could take a blanket, 10% less AoE damage. Okay, so this is like the defensive row. So that's boring. We want offense, right? We're going back to our old build. Let's get rid of this one, which is making our heals like lesser. They're basically turning it into flash heal. So this is our orb build, right? My voice just cracked. So casting our damage spells has a 10% chance to give us a buff that makes our next orb instant or like free. Our orbs also, how much healing they do, will also come with a shield of that much. So um, I've been itching for a scary movie myself to watch one tonight. Oh man, me too. I'm like so excited for this plane ride just for the sole fact that I get to watch a movie, a scary movie. Now the new Pokemon game did just come out, and there hasn't been a Pokemon game that I've skipped, but I think I'm gonna at least sit out on this one until it goes down. And I cannot afford a $70 game. But ideally, I also bring like my Switch and play the new Pokemon game. But I'm just not gonna do that. I might bring my DS and play. Um, I might bring my DS and play Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I might do like a Nuzlocke of one of those. I feel like that would be a fun little plane ride thing. Let's hop back in queue. We're still just waiting. We're grinding up to where we can do the finale dungeon of this tier to where we can unlock the next difficulty. So we're gonna keep spamming these two right ones. I want to do the contender 5. Because it might be tied to item level, what contender level we do, or it might even be tied to like our IO, like our dungeon score. Um, so we're going to Europe. We're gonna land in Switzerland, and we're taking like this beautiful scenic train all the way to Italy. So yeah. Hello, I watch your vids because Mythic Plus makes me sad. I saw an AU hoodie in your recent video. I grew up there, have fun and fellowship. Gregory. Yeah, me and my wife, we met in Auburn. We went to school there. Also, this cup that I drink water out of is from the football games, the souvenir cups. Yeah, that's where I went to college. I did not graduate from there. I went there for 3 years. Um, and then I transferred to be with my family. But yeah, no, that's where I went to college for the most of the time. But yeah, I love it. I wish our football team was a little better, but yeah, beggars can't be choosers, right? We just loved the campus. We loved the food all around town and stuff. So eventually we want to be able to go back, but it's just so far away now. So, but yeah, we're really excited. It's for a family member's birthday. Um, it's a big milestone birthday year, and this is their dream. So we just want to be able to help them live their dream. Is this train ride is their dream? So we bought, like, all of us, the cheap tickets were all going to be like sitting all shoulder to shoulder, but we bought them the first class tickets. They're going to be have the beautiful view and everything. So it's just really exciting. I'm like exciting to like I'm excited to be able to do what I can to try to help someone's dream like be realized, So I'm very excited. And it comes with the benefits of me being able to also kind of tack along. Yeah, very excited. Very, very excited. But yeah, Mythic Plus also makes me sad sometimes. But Fellowship is kind of like if Mythic Plus was super chill and um, there was like nothing wrong with it so far, you know. So I like it. Let's see. Um, a really jump scare can be to save the vault of this week. You're right. And then crack the vault on the plane. Oh man, you're so right. But the thing is I think my monk has all the gear that I need. I guess I could pull up my WoW armory, but my monk is like turbo geared. The only piece of gear that I want is one trinket that I'm gonna spend my dinar on. It's not even gonna upgrade my character. It's literally just gonna be for a video. That's all I'm gonna spend it on. But let's see. View armory page. Yeah, my monk is like turbo geared. I don't think I mean maybe like I have like a heroic piece laying around on the character, but I don't know if there's like another piece of gear that I want. I guess I could just check here. So like most of it's like mythic. I guess my necklace kind of sucks. I would love to get a better necklace, but even now that I've swapped Chi-Ji, this necklace isn't that bad. Got mythic there, got the Reshis, got mythic there, mythic there, mythic there. Really, this character is just going to benefit from the infinite crests that we're getting. Okay, so I still could use a ring. That's about it though. This character only needs a ring. Okay, we got to re-queue because that group fell apart. But it's nice seeing you, Gregory. Enjoy the beautiful weather. I don't know what it is that's holding us back from seeing the hard dungeon in our queues. I'm in a similar status with my pally. I just want to upgrade the boots and one trinket with the coins, and I'm done. Yeah, it's to that point in the season where we all just need Valor Stones, man. I mean, like, I'm not really. I don't really care about my alts gear. Like, my alts could get any gear, and I don't really care. I'm gonna leave this group because I feel like this guy's dodging Q. Um, but I really don't care what gear my alts get from week to week. I'm not even like doing a dungeon on them now that the series is over. So it really just comes down to what my monk gets. And my monk already has Bis trinkets, already has Bis weapon. Maybe it would be nice if I got like the one hand trinket or the one hand weapon that's part of the trinket two set thing, because right now I have the two hand staff that's part of it. And it would be nice to be able to get an embellished offhand again. Um, that could be nice. That's about it, though. I believe you should complete for something. Not sure what it is. You need to complete 4 dungeons in each difficulty or something like that. Maybe like do each dungeon 4 times, maybe? Or do each dungeon level for it? I have no idea. Mangy brute. I've noticed one thing that's not really an issue in this game is threat, or at least I haven't seen it be an issue yet. But like, see, our tank just body pulled these mobs. He didn't even like aggro them or like touch them. He just body pulled them, and then he kept aggro until he died. But that sucks. Um. Okay. Uh, the tank said, "Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to the level." Also, this guy DC'd. Officer Andre, come back, please. No. But yeah, the tank said he wasn't paying attention to the level. What? Now the tank left. No shot. We're getting we're getting the WoW experience. Joe Schmo said Joe English. What am I doing? Joe Schmo said, "Dang, all of my WoW streamers are going to this game right now. Just can't get into it." It's honestly that like WoW is like it's really slimmed down to where like the player base is not fun to play with right now because like everyone's playing like Legion Remix or this game. So like it's hard to play WoW for as much as I was and have as much fun. I guess we just well, I'm the only one left. How do I get out of here? You know what I mean? Like I think the community is just like in a really not fun to play with state. And so this game has like quicker queues. It's basically just Mythic Plus, but prettier. And with all new specs. Imagine if like WoW tomorrow was like, hey, we're coming out with like 10 new specs. Also, we're updating the graphics and we've changed our progression system to where it's like all much easier to understand. That's kind of this. So that's why a lot of people are enjoying it. But I was watching people play it and I was like, that looks lame. And then when I downloaded it myself, I was like shocked at how much I loved it. So But I get it, Joe Schmo. I know it's not like everyone's cup of tea and stuff. Right click your flint. I can't speak. Right click your frame, press escape. I guess I was the only one left in the group. I appreciate it, Victor. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Oh, and I appreciate it, St. Chris. I didn't see your message just then, but a lot of people are like, I think you'd like this, and now that I'm trying it, I definitely do like this. But I get it. It is annoying when like what's another example? There was another game that came out a while back, and like all the streamers were playing, and I was like the only streamer left on WoW, and it kind of sucks because like you either stick to WoW and like you have less viewers, or you go play the new game too and you have less viewers. You know, there's like no way to win when this happens. So I'm to the point where I'm just like, when something like this happens, when like WoW is in its down phase of the tier and a new game comes out, I'm just gonna play which one makes me happiest. And right now, this is really I'm having fun. I'm having fun, and it's not gonna be like a full swap. I'll be streaming WoW again, you know, once I get back from vacation and stuff. Um, but I definitely do want to make a guide on each of the two healers in this game, and then get back to the WoW content. It's not gonna like it's just gonna be like a in addition to the WoW content. It's not gonna take away from it, other than the streams. Like obviously I can't stream both at the same time, right? But or could I? That could be a challenge video. Could be a challenge video. By the way, it has a cooldown manager that, unlike WoW, works. I'm not sure what you mean. Like, is it something that I'm not using currently? By the way, did this improve or decrease the viewership or same-ish numbers? I definitely have less viewers than when I streamed the WoW. But I expected that, especially the first day streaming it. And I'm kind of like doing heroic dungeons equivalent right now. We haven't really unlocked like end game. So I definitely expected to lesser viewership. But also, now that I've finished the all healers to 3K, every time I finish that, like a lot of the viewers kind of tune out anyways. They're like, okay, I was here for that challenge, and that challenge is over. So I kind of just expected it. So I'm just, like I said, I'm just streaming to have fun now. And then once, I guess we wait until midnight comes out to try to get our channel to grow again. So we'll see. Or, maybe we could play this game, get really good at it, and grow that way, there's a cooldown tool in this. Please tell me how to find it. Yeah, Celestian, I'm on your team. Press U, and you will get some bars. They're cooldown managers. So this is the edit HUD. All I see is the ability bars. On the right. You mean these? These are just like additional bars, I thought, right? You mean these? Extra ability bars? I thought these were just like if you needed more bars here. They're not. Take one and turn it on. That's what she said. Take one and turn it on. Okay, let's enable. I'm just going to keep it in the middle of the screen. Of course, my queue is going to pop as soon as I cover my character with a bar. So let's enable it. Okay, so it's enabled. So how is this? Something with a cooldown. But how is that better than this? You know what I mean? Like, how is that not just redundant? Like, I get it. I could make these like really small down here and then just like track my few cooldowns. So I guess that's what you're saying, but wouldn't I then just use these bars instead? You can hide the bars. I just don't know. I feel like for me, that's like kind of redundant. But I guess like maybe later down I might want to fully customize my UI and like set it up exactly like Vigour is in WoW and stuff, and then I'd probably look at it and stuff. It just means put the buttons on then that will be in CD, and it will show them, I guess. I mean, it's like it's kind of just like what WoW has, right? It's not any different from it. Also, let me. Also, I didn't know that you could just press U and open the HUD editor. I'll tinker with this for sure. For long CDs, it's really nice. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have many long cooldowns. All I have is like this one, which this one I don't even know how it works. So, at 100 spirit. Okay, so here's our major cooldown. So when we pop it, which it like kind of like has a cast time, when we pop it, we just do an AoE heal, and we basically get wings. And it makes our for its 9-second duration, our radiant blast deals more damage, which is this. Okay, so our frontal does more damage and has no cooldown. Our heal costs less mana. Let's just keep going to the hardest dungeon that we can. We just want to keep grinding. Our heal costs no mana, I saw. I need to memorize what that spell does, because it kind of does a lot. Make it click through / etc. That's what I do, but it's not a legit CD manager. Yeah, I feel like we're all still just waiting on WoW to kind of like implement their big one, for sure. When are you leaving and where we're going? We're leaving on this Friday morning. So I have basically, the moment I turn off stream today, I'm going to be trying to crank out some videos because I need to have like many videos made and ready to be posted basically, and scheduled posting for while I'm gone. Because if you don't post, like YouTube's so weird. If you don't post for a couple days, it like literally will kill your channel. Like I basically slowed down how frequently I posted, and now YouTube hates me. Like all of my stuff just gets less views now because I slowed down my posting for a bit. So I'm kind of having to like build it back up. Basically, the algorithm I'm having to like retrain it to let it know like, hey, I'm still alive. Please show people my stuff. So that's basically what my week is going to be is prepping videos all week. So that being said, if you guys have anything that you want me to make a video on, like if there's like a topic, a certain build on a certain healer, or like a dungeon that you want me to make a video on, definitely either post it in my Discord in the video suggestions tab, or shoot me a DM on Discord and be like, hey, I have a cool video idea, here it is. So I'll definitely consider it because, like I said, I have to make a lot of videos in a week's time, and all I've been thinking about for the past few months is the challenge that I've been working on. Now that the challenge is over, I'm like, oh, dude, this is like the worst time to take a vacation. Oh man, the boy is playing my boy. What's up, Griffin? Dude, your boy is fun. Your boy is really fun. I love his little like the rune economy. It's so cool. Also, this like orb thing, it is so cool. It's like one of my favorite spells in any game. How do you pronounce it? Do you pronounce it like Vigour or Vigour? I kind of want to say Vigour. That sounds cool. Do a review video on the first impressions of this game. I do plan on doing when Final Fantasy first came out, Brother Bear. I'm sure you saw a bunch of videos like this. Maybe you didn't because you weren't. Oh, we just educated this guy. But maybe you did. But a lot of us WoW players at the time, there were a bunch of videos on our feed that were like, I'm a WoW player and I spent 100 hours in Final Fantasy. These are my thoughts and stuff. I might do something like that, like once I've spent more time in this game. But like I was thinking about doing a first impressions of this game. But yeah, I kind of want to put like a little bit more time in this week playing it, and then make a similar video to that for sure. So that was definitely a consideration. I was debating, should I do that before I leave or should I do that when I come back so that I can put more hours into it and edit a video down and stuff. But I don't know. I'm still contemplating that. You eventually get a talent that allows your runes to be AoE, and it feels so good. Oh, that's sick. So you don't have to like spam your healing AoE or your healing rune on everyone when big AoE damage comes out. That will be fantastic. Also, does your soul brand get AoE or no? I haven't really like looked ahead on this build at all. But it is a lot of fun. There were tons of WoW players that switched to FF and made video. Yeah, for sure. So I definitely do want to make a video like that. Eventually, like, I would wait until, I've made it to the very, very end game and, like, climb the leaderboard a bit. But I do want to make, like, advanced guides and beginner guides on both of the two healers in the game. Like, I do want to make videos on this game. But I don't want to do, like, gameplay video. I don't want to become a fellowship YouTuber, I just want to make a few videos, then get back to WoW. Have my fun, and then make the educational content for anyone that does want to play this game full time, and then dip. Not dip, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the future holds. Costs 2 runes instead of 1, but yeah, Soulbrand, Renewal, and Barrier. Dude, that is... Oh man, that's gonna be like chef's kiss of a button. Cannot wait. I think my favorite spell so far is Throw Book. It's just beautiful. Like the name Throw Book, and then the spell description, Educate Them. Fantastic. Like fantastic. Couldn't have wrote it better myself. So good. So one of the other games that I play called Smite. There's this character called Thoth or Thoth, I think. But he's like this like chicken that holds a book, right, and casts spells from the book, like throws pages at people. But one of his like voice lines is "throw the book at them," and I've always like that's one of those that you spam. Like if you have that voice line unlocked, you just spam it. So now I get to literally throw the book at him, which I understand that I just threw my book at a large chicken. Okay, so we have people going 2 different ways. I kind of want to go the parkour way. If I cast Levitate, do I fall slower? That makes no sense. Just a spell here. I kind of want to use my major cooldown here soon. This guy has energy in his name. I wonder if he's actually from energy. One of the Smite teams that I really liked because one of my favorite players was on it, it was energy. So I have a Smite, or I have a hoodie that's the SPL team energy. I wonder if this guy really is part of them. Like maybe he's like a CSGO player or something, random. Let's see. It's a 3-point tier, so it's weighty talent. Oh yeah, that definitely sounds like it would be worth 3 for sure. Also, this spec looks really cool. He's like throwing frogs at people. I definitely think this is a game where I would enjoy playing. Oh, we just educated that guy to stop doing his rune. But I definitely think I would enjoy playing all the DPS specs in this game for sure. I wish that the free orb talent procced more often than 10% though. But it's worth it. It's on the same line as another 3-point talent that gives you a lot of ults, so you have to decide early on. Interesting. The fire guy is fun. He's all dot. I love dot specs. He looks like a cross between like a fire mage and Nazebo. Did anyone play Here's the Storm here? There's a guy named Nazebo who he was a dot DPS guy, and he basically like sent these frogs jumping. He was like a voodoo ritual style themed character, but he sent like frogs out that when they hit an enemy they would just like dot the stew out of them, and then he like launched this like jar of spiders at people that would chase them and dot them up and stuff. So he's really cool. He's closest to Affliction Lock. Okay, he looks like, the visuals look like Frostmage, but the spells to me look a lot like Nazebo, which is kind of like Affliction Lock for sure. Okay, we are at the boss. I haven't seen this boss mechanics yet. Apostate Varas. I am also out of the room. Huh. Hate his audio, but that you find it satisfying. I mean, it's like just a bunch of frogs frogging. Well, this is fun. I wish that the doors didn't close so quickly in this game. This is the second boss I've been trapped out of. His audio is he snaps for his spender. Ah. Okay. Well, I know Valorant has this one guy who like snaps for his big ultimate. He like snaps and like shoots like fire or something, and that one's like really satisfying. Like the snap is like, because it's nice to have that like clear sound, like the defined sound. Dude, it looks like these guys are being able to do it. This tank actually has a self heal, which this is like the first tank that I've seen that actually has something to heal himself. It sounds very similar. Okay, I don't see how that could be a problem though. But if it's for a spender, I guess that's happening very often for sure. Nice, we did it. Oh boy. All right. Heal up, everyone. Ooh, we get a weapon. My weapon is literally a book. This is fantastic. This is the GOAT spec for sure. My weapon is a book. Like I know in WoW you can have offhands that are books and stuff. Dude, I hard care. They wouldn't have been able to do it without me. If I weren't there cheering them on, they could have given up. You never know. Let's see if they want to go again. I'm not the leader, but I'm just gonna sit in the group until people start leaving. Our book, our weapon is a book, dude. Oh yeah, I'm in. Put me in there. Put me in, coach. This is a cool little screen as well. Wait, we're going back to Iraq markets. So we're like hunting this dungeon. I wish that, can we hunt the Sithar's, the final one? I really need to do the final dungeon. Do you know how to unlock the dungeon that lets us move on from contenders? Not yet, so we have to do more. You have to be like 60 item. Oh, okay. Okay. We're getting there. Honestly, went from like 3 item. I think I was 3 item level when we started the stream. We're like 30 now, so we're cranking the item levels. And we've had a couple repeat slots too. Yeah, I really want to. I really wish that this orb procced more often. Like, yeah, you could just cast it like with your actual resources, but it seems like a waste of the resources. With a pre-made group like this, you can queue into it right away. I'm gonna ask this group if they want to do it soon. I wonder if it's gonna be too hard for us though. I'd have to pay attention. Also, we'd have to learn the mechanics. I haven't seen the mechanics yet. I know for this Furious Tantrums when I usually like to use my like Sanctify spell. Also, if things get hairy, I do have my trinket. I also have my external. I could probably just go. I'm gonna go ahead and external the tank. It's a minute cooldown, which I need to just like get used to using. I'm also gonna throw the book at this guy just to teach him a lesson. Gotta educate him. Beautiful heals, man. These AoE heals are nice when you get these procs. Ooh, they really help out the healing. Because I also have the talent where I'm taking all the orb talents basically. I know they're probably like low budgeted in the end game, but in this early game, they are very well budgeted. So these pain bolts are just going to keep blasting us. We probably should have grabbed this right pack first and brought it to the left pack. Yeah, for sure. That's what we're doing. I'm going to stun this out. I'm going to stun the Desecrator. Oh, those orbs we need to watch out for, too. They put a nasty debuff. Go and use our trinket. Just in case. It's crazy how good the trinkets are in this game, though. You're playing a very, very different build than I did. It's kind of cool to see. It's interesting because, like, I don't have too many talents unlocked yet. So I'm playing, like, what I think is the best build for this early in. I did like the talent that made your greater heal quicker to cast and, you know, higher crit rate. But I think these orbs are just helping us clear trash quicker, basically. And that's kind of like what I'm all for. And the only thing that I really struggle with is, like, tank healing and, you know, AoE healing. And these are kind of helping in the damage and the AoE healing aspect. And then I get to spend more of my mana and actual stuff on tank healing. Because all of this stuff is free, basically. Like, when you get these procs, you don't spend anything on those orbs. Unless they cost mana. No, they don't. And it doesn't put it on cooldown, so you can basically, you can spam it if you really want to. But I was playing like a brand build, and it was pretty fun. The two Dawn Flare ones, that and Greater Heal, yeah, I mean, those were good. That was what I was playing a bit ago. But now that I've swapped to the Orb, like, I haven't really hated it. Which I guess is, like, not really a super selling argument for it, right? But yeah, I've had fun with it. Yeah, I really like the Sanctify. I wish Sanctify for Holy Priest was that satisfying to press, you know. I'm gonna throw the book at someone. Let's throw the book at this guy, this slaver. Also, I dotted up all the low health guys. Oops. Get a free orb proc. Oh yeah, but it's really fun. If you struggle with tank healing, make sure he has renewal on him at all times. Yeah, I mean, I haven't really been putting it on these pools because these pools were kind of like out gearing at this point. But yeah, for the most part, like whenever we would get like those heavy tank pools, I would renewal them and then just spam heals into them. And that flash heal talent was very nice. I do think like the next talent point I get will go toward that talent again. So like right now I will. Well, I guess I just spent all of my stuff, but it's fine. Our tank's chilling. What? Oh, also, this bolter, freaking read a book. Take a book to the face. That's why I like the first Dawn Flare talents. All the free heals is nice, yeah. Big true. I do take the one that gives you mana regen, because I felt like on boss fights like this, we had someone DC, so we had to 3-man that boss fight, and it took forever. I kept running out of mana. So I swapped to the talent that like you mana regen. You have the book buff, but now I think I swapped off of it to be able to pick up the 2-point talents. Oh, I think I butt pulled maybe. Yeah, this echo spell, the renewal is so sick. Also, this spell I need to press more often because it's just free. Like it's actually free of your resource. Yeah, this spell's cool. It's like Temporal Anomaly meets Frozen Orb. I like it. I think it's sick. Love Expansive Mind. The extra spirit is super good too. I haven't really dabbled into what spirit does other than like I think it just gives you your ult, right? Is spirit just ult charge, kind of? All right, I keep pressing the wrong button for my mount. Gotta break that habit. I'm gonna go ahead and external the tank. There's a lot of casters here. Also, the tank has like a Gorfien's Grasp-esque spell, it looks like. Let's throw the book at this guy. Read a book or two, man. It's like those Snickers commercials, like read a book. You're not you when you're angry. Yeah, I'm basically playing like a Frost Mage meets Holy Priest meets Presovoker, which I like a lot with this current build. Can I stun bosses? No, but I'm definitely gonna keep throwing my book at them on cooldown. That's for sure. Oh, also I can just spam this, right? Oh yeah, that's sick, dude. That is sick. This game is so much fun. Ah! I hate how fun it is. Just fire those orbs. I definitely don't want to bait the blades toward that. Furious Tantrum. Here it comes. I'm going to go and pop my trinket here. It gives us AoE mitigation. Oh, I do not have people topped. I also have that bleed on me. Oh, that is bad. That's bad. I got clipped by the blade as I was trying to dodge it. Like an idiot. But maybe we had everyone healed enough. Because that's kind of like the big mechanic, right? I guess the Furious Tantrum, if they can beat that next mechanic, which is coming right now, so... That's a yikes. That's a my bad. Right now I'm still in the stage of like getting used to like my keybinds too, so we still have a long way to go. But I'm enjoying learning. Okay, yeah, we try again, we go again, we're fine. Gotta remember the mechanics. I also don't fully remember the mechanics of the bosses, but we're good. We got this. Yeah, that was 100% a wipe of me just like not using things right. Alright, gamers. Trust in me. I got this. That was rough. I think most of the group had the scythe dot going into the tantrum and kept rolling. Yeah. Um, I think they think I died to the vortex, but no, I just died to the blade. Oh, I guess I have YouTube. I logged out from Twitch. What's up, Ceiling Panda from YouTube? Good to see you from both platforms. Hopefully you're doing well now that you're on YouTube. Yeah, this guy just bathed in the blade. That does so much damage, man. We're going to have to pop this. Let's apply some renewals. I just need to use these runes and give up on doing damage. That's going to come out at me. Yeah, we are just absolutely getting nuked by that. I do have a B-res if someone drops, but we're going to do what we can to prevent that. Yeah, I'm saying screw my dot. I'm not spinning on my dot. It is nice that we're all playing close enough to where my big Sanctify hits everyone. Also, my orb will pass through everyone. Give us a nice little shield before this. Speaking of shields, I do need to shield everyone. Okay. Dang, dude, this shaman-looking guy got hit by the blade again. But yeah, I need to be using this time to try to build up resources if I can. But also we have our little free rune generator. That helps a lot. I am low on mana, though. So I need to chill on the mana consumption. Let's shield the tank. I think that's free on mana. Yeah, that is. Tank just uses self-heal. I don't have my ult yet. We need our free orbs to be coming in clutch here. It is the downside of one of these talents where it's like relying on RNG. That is a horrible drop of that. We have our trinket that gives mitigation. I also have like my 2 mitigating buttons. Popped all the mitigation I have. I just don't have mana. Just gotta keep doing damage. Damage is mana. Okay, we have a free orb. Send that out. Here's Furious Tantrum. Just don't have enough mana for my big heal, but that's okay. That got sus, man. See what I mean? We just ran out of mana, but a lot of our mana we had to spend early because people kept bathing in the blades. Couldn't log in again? Oh, no. Oh, no. So do you not have your like Twitch login info? That sucks. Dang. I couldn't imagine. Fat Q to get in already at 4.5k. Oh, man. I mean, that's good, though. That's a good sign for a new game when you have a login queue. I mean, yeah, I mean, that means that their servers probably could be a bit bigger, but it means that their pants aren't big enough for the girth, you know, that's a good sign. Had full runes spelled. Yeah, I need to get used to like relying. I need to get used to what costs what is really what's kind of throwing me off for sure. Uh-oh, got a connection error, so we might get a login queue as well. I do. Twitch is telling me all browsers are not supported. Well, Ceiling Panda, did you hear about the Amazon drop today? One of the Amazon servers like crashed or got hacked. They still don't know what happened to it, but a lot of like Amazon owned services went down today due to that server crashing. So I don't think Twitch was one of them, but they could be having problems on that end too. It could be like a server end refresh from Twitch. Um, it's why I like free heals from Dawnflare. Dawnflare costs 1 mana. Hmm. Let's take a look. From Dawnflare. What do you mean free heal? Oh, each time? Ah. Oh, you mean Master of Triage? Is that what you're talking about when you say free heals? So you just like you'll just spam your damage button, you get free heals from it. Hmm. See, that to me reminds me a little bit of like Evoker's tier set right now. You know. Yeah, Master of Triage. It's not really from Dawnflare. That's your biggest rune regen. Yeah, I see what you mean there. Okay, let's scrap some of the. Oh, actually, let's not scrap that. Let's equip that. Got a really good cloak there. Gain like 5 item levels. Love to see it. But now let's scrap. All right. Can we get some upgrades? We have some more supplies, so we can buy some gear if we wanted to, but it's going to be level 15. It would just be to replace, like, I need to replace the boots, basically, is it. It's kind of the only thing. And then from now on, we get to just save our supplies. All right, let's go ahead and let's see what other rewards we've unlocked. Oh, we have 900 rating. Very nice. Get a new talent point. Very cool. So we just got 2 talent points. Dang. And a new row. Okay, let's see what talents we have. Okay. So what's this new row about? So that's like our defensive row. Row 5 looks like our ultimate row, and this is what you're talking about. Sick. So if we hold down our rune abilities, it'll cost 2 runes instead of 1, but it'll apply an AoE at 60% power, but that's still very efficient. Um, your levitate ability grants you Avatar of Light? Hold up. Your levitate, that might be the play though. Your levitate, which is a 2 charge, 60-second recharge, just gives you your major cooldown. Yeah, that sounds broken. Okay. Your Radiant Blast, which is like our frontal cone thing, adds 3 seconds to the duration of all of your active runes, soul brands, and luminous barriers. Wow, I bet that's really good if you could like min max it, but I just don't think that's as good as the other two. Rune of Renewal's healing, luminous barriers absorb, and soul brand damage is all increased by 25%. Okay, that's pretty nice. But yeah, I think for me, Ascending Avatar is kind of calling out to me. So what we're gonna do, dang, I'm gonna have to drop some of these talents here. So let's take this. Let's take this one again. I like this talent. Alacritus Healing. So we're gonna get the free orbs. Our heals are gonna be quicker to cast, and then every time I press basically my feather or my AoE mitigation, I just instantly get my major cooldown. That's crazy. Okay, let's go and hop into another queue though. This game is so much fun. It's crazy how much fun I'm having, and I'm only playing one character. Oh, maybe related. Yeah, AWS went down. Thinks that explains it. Yeah, okay. That sucks a lot, though. That really does suck a lot. Yeah, I saw something on that this morning. I take Expansive Mind over the faster heals personally. Okay, Expansive Mind's the one that gives you mana back, because that one is really good. For sure. I guess we can't change now, but I definitely do agree. I do like that extra mana. Also, I just need to go ahead and change this. So now my mount button, I keep pressing the wrong button now. It's changed to my smite one. And spirit. Ah, okay, so it's more ults. So then we're going to be turbo ulting, because like everything we press is going to pop ult. Let's go ahead and freaking pop ult now, I guess. And just spam this frontal. Look at that. It's crazy. It's crazy. I need to read what all my ult does. That's so fun. And then we just get a free orb. We generated so many runes. Let's shoot another orb. I need to dispel this. Oh, man. That slow is brutal. Oh, I need to... Oh, I don't have the turbocharge. I was about to say I need to do the turbocharged thing, but yeah. I'm thinking as if I have it. We'll say the tab targeting in this game is not as intuitive as WoW's. That's like my least favorite thing. Which, if that's your least favorite thing, there are way more things that you could complain about, right? Dude, that's so fun! It's basically like Apotheosis meets Wings, you know, of Holy Paladin. Oh, I'm like low on mana, so yeah, maybe the play is to go the mana build. Yeah, we need to spam some damage, spam some orbs. Only mana, or we should not be doing things that only cost mana. Except for like when I need to heal, I'll heal. Dang, I forget you can reapply renewal to someone and it does a big chunk heal. So that's what we could be doing. Dang, the stairs messed up my little Sanctify. Spirit does something different for every class. Oh, so it's like their mastery, kind of? That's cool. That is very cool. Oof. Oh, man. Do they sell, like... Is there food anywhere that you could buy? I feel like being able to regen mana... I guess you do regen mana very quickly in this game. But it would be nice to be able to, like, sit down and eat, you know, get all your mana back. For pressing a button, you know? There's no food. Well, you know what? I'm going to take out my anger and throw a book at this deceitful scholar. Deceitful scholar. I said deceitful. Goodness gracious. Let's use these runes to cast renewal. Dude, that is nice. That is really nice. Spamming renewal. Here's a campfire. Let's warm up our buns. Let's take a seat. Is it even worth it to cast Greater Heal on the tank? Rather than just spamming renewal? Is the Fellowship UI completely native? Or are there add-ons? It's completely native, and it does, like, everything. 7514. It is fantastic UI customization, in my opinion. And, like, I'm still just using the default stuff. I haven't even, like, messed with it. But it is, like, it's all native. It's, like, you know, it's not as visually... You can't do as much, like, you know, cosmetic stuff to it. But, like, as far as functionality, it does, like, it has, like, built-in cell, built-in click casting. Like, it's nice. It's nice. Oh, hell yeah, you're getting in on Fellowship too? Enough of you guys convinced me to try it, and I told myself, look, if I don't like it, I'm not going to play it. But I do like it, and I really like it. So, yeah, we're playing it. This tank has 0 self-healing, so you will have to do Greater Heal on her quite a bit. Okay. I mean, I guess... So this is like the warrior tank, so they just like mitigate a bunch of damage. It is nice. I feel like this tank spec, whenever I heal it, it doesn't really die as much as the monk spec. But I feel like, dude, just slam those renews on him. It does so much healing. But like on these AoE packs, I'm just going to pop my free wings and just spam this frontal. Ooh. I didn't get any I'm going to throw the book at this guy. I didn't get any free orbs, though. I'm kind of getting to the point in this character where I'm kind of like outscaling my Sanctify. I feel like the Sanctify spell was very, very strong early on, and it's kind of starting to fall off a bit. Not too much, but like definitely am noticing it. Okay, let's go ahead and blast the frontal off these guys. What else is the spell buff? I should probably be reading it. Circle of Light costs less mana and no cooldown. Whoa. Okay, so that's crazy. That is crazy. So it buffs Circle of Light, greater healing. I love how it just calls it heal there. It doesn't call it greater heal. I'm gonna hang out near the campfire. Does this give me increased mana regen or something? I don't know. Let's spread our dot. Let's pop our wings, and let's blast. Bang. 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 Free orb. Bang. Costly orb. Dude, this spec is so much fun. It's like if you could just spam Holy Nova and not feel like you're trolling. I feel like I'd have fun with that version of Holy Priest. If there was ever like a spam Holy Nova version, that'd be fun. What does this give me? Taking 20% reduced magical damage. Very cool. So that, yeah, that's like the warrior tank, and they're like putting down banners and stuff. That's so cool. If you ever want me to DPS for you, let me know. I'm still like pushing this character up, so like I still don't have like everything unlocked. But yeah, once I get to the end game, I definitely want to like, dude, I just want to push with people. I want to have fun with this game. Because it is a ton of fun. Let's put another orb out. Definitely should be dispelling. I should probably shield up with some of these extra charges I have. Alright, we're coming up on the boss. I'm going to make sure I get into the boss room this time, because I kind of had to sit out this boss last time. Our mana's full. We have pretty good runes. Let's just blast, dude. I have my cooldown ready. I also have one thing of my wings ready. Alright, I don't know this boss at all. I'm going to throw a book at him just to teach him a lesson, even though I know he's going to be immune. Let's renewal the tank and then use this free orb. I'm going to go ahead and pop my wings. I definitely want to be using my circle during my wings, though. I feel like that's just too good a value. My circle's on cooldown. Ooh. A flash heal followed up by a renewal on the tank is so much healing. Okay, let's go ahead and spread some renewals. The boss is about to die, but just want to be safe. Have everyone nice and healed up. External the tank. Go ahead and pop our trinket that gives mitigation just cuz. Ow. Nice. Dude, that shock heal you get from reapplying renew is ridiculous. Go, Wayne. Oh my goodness. Currently on a 3-stream streak. I didn't know you could share that. That's awesome. But go, Wayne. I appreciate all the support. Ooh, we got another book weapon. Gives us crit and spirit. Crit and spirit. Very nice. But I appreciate you coming back, Go Wayne. I appreciate you all supporting me, especially when I stream a different game. I know not everyone wants to watch a non-WoW game, and I don't blame them. But those of you that are kind of like hanging out, just vibing, seeing what this game's all about, maybe you haven't tried it yourself, I appreciate you so much. Read my spirit stat. Okay, I know I've read it before. I've forgotten. Is there any solo content at all? I don't think so. In a game called Fellowship, I wouldn't think so. Oh man, what on earth? Every time we leave a dungeon, it just kind of boots us out. We just have to log back in. It's not that bad though. So one of your talents causes your smite to give you a 20% spirit. Yeah, no, I need to swap to it. I accidentally picked another one just like forgetting they were on the same row. Or not on the same row, but they like, it's basically one or the other, and I just chose wrong. So yeah, we definitely want to swap to that talent because that's what I like. Is this one, Expansive Mind? But I like this build. Is there anything that I want to change though? I definitely think Grand Design's sick though. Ooh, so there's a pinnacle talent that buffs your orb. I'm just a fan of this orb, man. It's really fun. But yeah, I definitely think Ascending Avatar is sick. We're definitely gonna stick to it. Um, Dude, one of the legendaries for him makes you a disc priest. Interesting. Makes you a disc. Oh, so your damage heals? Oh yeah, I'm gonna be playing that for sure. Okay, so let's read our spirit. Increases all sources of spirit point you gain to charge up your spirit ability. Okay, so we basically get our ult quicker. Spirit provides a chance to refund any mana spent when using abilities that cost mana. Oh yeah, y'all know I hate running out of mana. Each time the spirit refund triggers, I'm granted a radiant rune. Oh man, I feel like going at like a haste spirit build would be crazy end game. Like I feel like that's what I'm gonna go for. Expertise is nice because this is like your verse. It just scales everything. Crit's crit, right? Scales everything. But I definitely think a spirit haste build would be insane because your radiant economy would be really good because your haste would scale your spirit. Your spirit would work really well with your haste. Um, your rune economy would be good, and your mana sounds like it'd be pretty sick. That sounds good. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try it. Oh, dude, this game is so much fun. I I'm really enjoying this game. Okay, so what did we unlock? We unlocked a new talent point. So now we don't have to choose. Actually, now I get my orb talent back. So, oh no, I don't. It costs one more. Dang. Um, I kind of. I'll just take Lacridus Healing too. I really want to like once I get another talent point, I just want to drop this talent and go here. Um, yeah. We'll just go with this for now. Okay. What do I need to do? I need to equip my weapon. Oh no, it's not better. Crit haste versus crit spirit. Yeah, we're going crit spirit. I'm gonna keep that book though. We still are. It feels like we're so far away from getting to the next level though, which sucks. Maybe I just need to be upgrading my gear. Maybe that's the way. So let's really want to upgrade this trinket because it's really good. Yeah, the gold grind. Maybe upgrade my weapon, my book. I can't. But yeah, we need to keep replacing these other pieces, filling out our gear. Eventually, we'll get the pinnacle dungeon. Let's just keep blasting. Man, we need that capstone dungeon. But yeah, it looks like we need item level 60 to get there. Is there any other gear that we could buy? Like, we don't get to buy this green gear until we get there too. So it looks like it's just a dungeon grind, right? Gotta keep blasting these keys. Let's go. Sailor's Abyss is quick though. Oh. The whole squad wants Urax markets. Don't invest too much gold into your weapon. At 16 dungeons complete, you get a level 90 weapon. Oh, I might be close to that. Good tips, though. Very good tips. I haven't spent any gold on my weapon so far. I was about to. Okay, we're in Sailor's Abyss. Interesting. They must have swapped. All right. Dude, This game is so much fun. I'm just thinking like, oh, then I can do this, and then this, and then this. Let's go and pop our free wings. I'm gonna throw the book at the Spectre. He's looking at me wrong. Also got to dispel this. I mean, like, there's no character in WoW that has a stun that's as cool as just throwing a book at someone. Like, that just doesn't exist, right? Oh, wait. Did I press that trinket? Oh, someone else has the trinket. Interesting. That confused me. I need to get used to pressing this as often as possible. I'm thinking of it like Thunder Focus Tea, you know? Also, I have my free wings proc. I need to send it for some damage. Damage. But it's crazy how much damage your dot does. Look, I just outdamaged the tank. I feel like that's the first time I've done that. And it's because of all these new talents. We're actually cranking, man. It's also nice, too, because, like, in WoW, you do potato damage, right, as a healer. But in this game, it feels like you actually do some pretty nice damage. And reapplying the dot does so much. I haven't really felt like it does a lot, but maybe I'm just like, I don't know. I'll test it out. I know there's a build you can go with the dot reapplication. Like, okay, so I mean, it does like a couple thousand. I don't think it's like as much as I would like. I mean, maybe versus a boss, it's worth doing. But I feel like these runes, at least right now, when I have barely any spirit, just are so hard to like justify spending, you know, to reapply the dot for more damage when you can just cast a smite, basically, or whatever it's called. I need to be dotting up people, though, more aggressively. But I'm guessing, like, once I get later game, I'll probably use that a lot more. Oh, dude, this build is so much fun. It's, like, all coming together, too. That one little avatar talent is so sick. It helps when I'm running the AoE build. Oh, that's true. That is true. Yeah, if you're running that for sure, probably use it a lot more. Dude, these free orbs, man. Also, I'm pretty sure the orb is uncapped, right? Like, if I shoot it through 20 enemies, they'll all take damage. This dungeon goes so quick. And I like that it's all linear. Like, you don't really have to guess where to go. You just hit what's in front of you. Okay, I'm gonna pop my wings here. This is a pretty big pool. It's all gonna be tank damage, though. Maybe I just spam heals there and just say screw damage. Yeah, let's just do that. Yeah, I don't really hate having the, like, alacrity thing, the one that makes my greater heals quicker. I don't really hate having that plus the mana regen talent. I feel like it plays pretty smooth together. It, like, lets you do everything you want to do without, like, any downside, you know? Man, now that I've swapped my keybind from mount to what it is on WoW, I actually feel like a human with a brain. It's crazy how that works. Okay, we're double pulling. I'm gonna go and pop wings so that I can move faster. Oh my god, that's so satisfying. Let's shoot our free orb. Shoot our another free orb. Let's just shoot a costly orb. Look at the damage. We outdamaged the tank. I did more than half of a DPS. Imagine. And wow, if you did more than half a DPS, is worth the damage. Wait. Jump. Oh, God. Oh, don't want that to happen again. Okay. I just need to be smart. Gonna go ahead and pop my little wings button. Spot heal the stew out of these two people. They're standing pretty far away for that. Undertow, this is gonna hit someone. It's gonna hit me. Place this in the corner. It goes on the hunter though. He like dispelled himself, I think. Let's latch up. And then, oh my god, I'm so attracted to you when you sing. Take me, take me. It's so funny that we like tie ourselves down so we don't get we don't get sucked in by the song. Let's spread our renewals. We have so many radiant runes. Gonna go and pop our little thunder focusy thing. Ooh, these guys are standing so far apart. Stop casting for that scream. The shaman has the debuff. I also have the debuff. Drop it in the corner. Let's reapply these renewals. Dispel the shaman. Let's pop our wings. Very nice. How did that guy die? What did he just fall through the ground? What the heck? Okay, we get shoulders. I did need shoulders. Very nice. As long as we're getting pieces that I need, I'm a happy camper. I wanted the talent that causes it to heal people to be good, but it felt so lackluster. I haven't even tested it because it read as it was lackluster. The chest dropped on him. I didn't even see that. Dude, that's awesome. I didn't even see it. I wish I saw that. I kind of want to test it, but I don't want to die, you know? Do you lose anything? Like, is there durability in this game or something? Like, is there any downside to dying here? So far, I haven't encountered that. Okay, so we got another talent row. We finally have the final talent row. Whew, there is no durability. That's good, honestly. It's really good. Also, so I have, like, do you know calyx? Cowlicks, I think is what they're called. But it's like when your hair, like, just goes off in random directions. I have I have a bad one in the back of my head. Oh, we do this in a level 1. Let me just leave it, right? But I have some pretty bad ones. And, oh, we're just going to blast it? Okay. My wife was like, I cannot believe that in your last haircut, they did not, like, do anything to tame that beast of a cowlick. So last night she got the scissors and went to town on it, and she did a really good job. She has no like experience cutting hair or anything, but she definitely like tamed the beast of my cowlicks. That being said, I still have them, but it's a lot better. Is this gold? Did we just get free gold from fighting these guys? What is that? What does that buff give me? Deal increased damage. Oh, but you're slower. Interesting. The release point. I don't know. He said it was an accident. The release point. Oh yeah. So it spawns you at the end of the dungeon, basically. I feel like here I want to see like how much damage I can do. But the downside in like AoE packs is you do have to get You do actually have to do your single target buttons to generate runes to be able to spend them on AoE damage. Except for the frontal, because it does have a cooldown instead of costing runes. Same, dude. You have Calyx too. They run in my family. I actually have one like in my eyebrow, which I don't know many people that do, but that's like always been kind of like a unique part of my face is that one of my eyebrows has a calic in it. Let's pop our wings and go to town. Bang! Shotgun. Shotgun. Let's shoot an orb. Shotgun. I have a spiderling hitting me. The spec's so much fun. 5.6K player queue for this game right now. That's crazy. Hey, could be worse. I'm on my way to being J.B cosplay. Oh, I saw his stream title today was like he's something bald or something. Is that what is that what you're referring to? Oh man, I think a lot of people pull off the bald look though. I've always, I don't know. I don't think bald is bad at all. I think we in the modern age you can look super clean bald. You know. Dispel the tank was about to die. He'll be fine. Wasn't even paying attention. Oh, shoot. Okay, so we're all dying. I need to actually use a cooldown here. Get some renews out. Yikes. That hurts. I don't think have I been in this dungeon before? I haven't seen like these spider guys yet. You need to dispel Heartstoppers will one-shot at higher level keys. Okay. I'll have to pay attention to that, though. I wasn't even paying attention to it. Since this is a 1, I'm like, oh, yeah, we're just going to blast it. But now that I'm, like, actually kind of, like, snapping back into what we're doing mentally, I'm noticing I don't think I've been in this dungeon. Or maybe I have once and, like, we went a different route. But, like, none of this looks familiar. Afraid of being bald, I fear I'll... I mean... Some people do. Some people do, but as long as you don't have, like, the whole, like, goatee look down, too, you know? I mean, you can not look at with a goatee. So that's probably what you're talking about, that debuff he had. Is this what you're talking about? Heartstopper? Each stack increases the... Oh, okay, okay. So it ticks faster the more stacks they have? I see. I see now. So now we should dispel bunnies. I mean, you can look racist with any amount of hair. People still find ways to prove that, right? 6'1", blue-eyed, heavily tattooed guy. Oh, man. Dude, I'm jealous. I do want to also become heavily tattooed, but it's just, it's the thing of, like, I don't know where to start, you know? Like, what's your first tattoo gonna be, right? And I'm like, I don't know where to start, but I know, like, kind of where I would want to end, you know? Let's fire some freaking orbs, man. Let's blast some frontals. I don't have dots down. This does a lot of damage when you have dots down. But when you have no dots out, it's kind of meh. Dang, dude, that does a lot. And this is just a +1. What is that debuff? Is that just a slow? And you take a magic dot. Okay. Interesting. Sometimes you just have to take damage for science, right? I mean, what are we going to get for this? Like, just a little bit of gold, maybe? Yeah, I haven't done this dungeon yet, for sure. Okay, let's pop our free wings. Let's go and spread some renewals. Bonus downtime. Call children. Shoot our free orb. Just gonna pop our real avatar of light. Blast some frontals at these children. Which I now see it's the children that apply that debuff. And then I just took them. Ew, mother's milk? Ew, I don't want that. Gross. I kind of just wanted to spell it because of the name. That's awful. Mother's milk? Ugh. That's like the worst name debuff. Children are, you're right. Ugh. Just got sprayed by mother's milk. Ugh. Like to get a tattoo on my head. My wife keeps telling me no. The one tattoo that I really want is like up the back of the neck, like kind of up behind the ear. I want to get if you've ever watched Naruto, I want to get Amaterasu, the black flame kind of like crawling up my neck, dude. That's been a dream of mine. Or I want to get like Sasuke's curse mark. That's sick. That was my 16th dungeon. Okay, so now we get the free weapon, you're saying? So we get a skin, okay. We get some amount of a currency. Oh, the free weapon. Let's just get all the supplies first. Gold, more supplies. Okay, we get a free item level 90 weapon. No, I'm not ready. Give me a second. Let me put my weapon on. Oh, it's a book too. It's a book. It is a book, guys. And it gives a spirit too, which is nice. All right. I have watched Naruto. I have Naruto tattoos. I'm like, if I get tattoos, I think many of them will be Naruto related because I watched Naruto when like, dude, it's just a lot of shit was happening in my life, and I was like just diving into Naruto to kind of escape it, and um, it's like it's my favorite series still today. You know, we had Netflix for like a month. We did like the free trial thing, and so I was watching Naruto on that. And so this is just a 4, by the way. But I was watching Naruto on that as an adult. And you know, back then I didn't watch Naruto. When I was a kid, I read the manga. So I had never like seen it. So I didn't know how good of a show it was. Now, granted, obviously, once you get later into the show, there's a ton of filler, but I just skip. You just look up a list of non-filler episodes and just watch those. It is addicting. Even knowing what was going to happen in the story, it is such a well done show. Like it is content after content after content. Like every episode just progresses the story so much. Obviously, like I said, like later in there's like so much filler, but you just skip it all. And oh my goodness, it is action packed. Like the fights are so addicting. Like it's so good. It's unbelievably like unreal how addicting it was. Like I watched like I think 180 episodes. I want to say 120 or 180 in probably 2 weeks. Like no shame. It was insane. It was insane. Yeah, it's so good. Like I said, I read the book, so I knew the story, and the books are just as good. But like now that I'm an adult, I was like, this is just gonna be a kid show. It's gonna come off as corny or tacky, and to my surprise, I was way wrong. It is so good. But now that my wife is out of her busy season, we're gonna get Netflix again for however much time. So that's when I plan on finishing Naruto, ship it in like all the Naruto, and then I'm also gonna watch the show that I'm really excited to watch is the Tim Robinson show. The I Think You Should Leave. That looks really good. I've seen some clips and they all crack me up. I should probably not stand in that giant frontal. If I had a little bit more haste, I could milk a little bit more value out of those free wings. It's just hard to get as many casts off as I would like. I think I can get like 3 big casts or 4 small casts. So I need to do like 2 Radiant Blasts and then like 1 Circle of Light. Let's see. I'll probably get a Naruto and Berserk tattoo. I've heard a lot about Berserk. I've never watched. Is Berserk is that the one that's Charlie Penguin Z Zero's show or book? Is that Berserk? Or am I thinking of the wrong thing? So I know he has one. I don't know if it's the same thing though. But one of my friends has read that and they said that one was really good too. Probably get a... Oh, I just read that. I have an Obito slash Kakashi Sharingan on my hand, and I have Obito and his orange mask on my arm. So I'm guessing your favorite character is Obito. But yeah, honestly, so I haven't like watched that far into the series, obviously, but I know what happens because I read it. But the fight scene, I've definitely seen the fight scene of them later on, dude. Absolute cinema. I mean, like unreal. Let's go and pop our wings. I need to dispel the tank. Use these circles. Yikes. Sorry, bunnies. This looks like an aggressive pool. Let's pop our free wings again. Actually, I'm just going to pop my actual wings. Oh, I have to actually hard cast it. Dude, this spec is so much fun. Oh man, I'm still in the point where I'm still trying to get used to what my keybinds are, but like I can definitely tell like the optimization that I'm missing out on. Like at least I know what I'm doing wrong because like then it's just a matter of reps to correct it, right? I see a lot more people playing the other one. I feel like it's just because it's better, but also I've noticed that like a lot of the streamers that have hopped over from WoW, like JB or J.B, I think he goes by JB, right? I don't know too much about him, but I've heard someone call him JB, so correct me if I'm wrong. But I know he plays Resto Druid in WoW, and I know he's like up there in terms of like one of the bigger people that have come over from WoW. So I'm sure a lot of people have watched him play and like maybe are playing the other one because they've seen him play it. But also I think potentially that healer's just stronger, right? Oh man, the debuffs coming out are crazy. So I think that like also like kind of influences people to play the healer he's playing, right? But it would be cool if like I push and I become like the rank 1 Vigour player. Didn't they play her because they're a bunch of furries? I don't know. I definitely am in the boat where like that whole nature healer aesthetic and all the spells that they cast and stuff, that is up my alley. That's why I started playing WoW, is because Resto Druid looked so interesting to me. And in D&D, the first character that I wanted to play was a Resto or like a Resto Druid style healer, but I ended up playing a monk. Like that, I am definitely that kind of person that likes that playstyle. So I get it why they all kind of flock to that kind of playstyle, and that's why I think that's why I enjoy Resto Druid and Resto Shaman so much in current WoW. Get a free orb before it ends. Free orb. Whoa! That nuked. Looks like I'm the only one that died from it. What on earth? I even had my mitigation going. I like hots, so she's fine. Yeah, I really like the hot. I like dots more than I like hots. Like if there's a like that frog DPS guy, he looks really fun to me because he's dots. But I also do really enjoy hots. I just like the overtime effects. But I think the most satisfying thing to me is in Heroes of the Storm, the way that that game visualizes dots are like a brown portion of the health bar. That to me looks so satisfying. Like nothing will be as satisfying as the game called Heroes of the Storm, so Hot's version of dots. Like that to me is just like chef's kiss. Gotta heal up the tank. Okay, this boss I think I've done before. Oh yeah, he's the one that I want to be kind of close to because I'm going to have to move into melee. Let's go ahead and pop our little Thunder Focus T thing to get a bunch of runes all at once. Gotta dodge, but I'm not going to dodge too far away from the boss. It's this. I'm going to have to move in. Yeah, okay. There we go. Okay. Finally did this boss's mechanics correctly. Okay, now this part I don't do too good of damage for. I mean, I could dot up some of these far ones. Maybe I just have to heal. So let's pop our wings. Trying to get some healing off. What is this debuff? I take additional damage per stack. I don't really know how I'm getting stacks. Maybe, did I soak one of these circles, I'm guessing? Try to regen our runes. I also have my rune insta button. Ooh, also I got my orb as we're moving in. That's so clean. Oh, that was so nice. Okay, now let's go ahead and apply these to people. Let's pop our actual wings. Get some heals, but then let's just blast frontals on these. Oh my goodness, dude. Look at that. It's like whack-a-mole, except I have 6 hammers. Oh my god, that's so satisfying. I'm doing more damage than the DPS, man. What is this? Oh, that is like the most satisfying thing I've ever seen. Bang, shotgun, shotgun. Oh, dude, that is fantastic. This game is, I'm hooked. I am hooked. And we get an upgrade. You'll love to see it. Alright, let's leave that. I think this group's still playing together, though. I went back to see what killed you. There's circles on that last fight that you have to soak. Oh, okay, I was dodging them. Yeah, that makes sense, right? That would kill me. Okay. How does the healing feel compared to WoW's? I mean, it feels very similar, if I'm being honest, like the healing aspect. But the gameplay is different. Like, the gameplay around the healing. And the mechanics of each spec feel different, for sure. But yeah, the actual healing, like, it feels like I'm casting Holy Surge, or Healing Surge, when I spot heal people. It feels like I'm applying, like, a really cool version of Echo whenever I put my renewal on them. So the spells are very similar. The dispels are different. One thing that is different, though, is your dispel has, like, a 5-second cooldown in this game, whereas in WoW, it's an 8-second cooldown. So that is different. I've noticed that the debuffs, when they come out in bursts. Like, they're much more frequent in this game. But that is there's something kind of enjoyable about that. Like, this boss, or this dungeon, you're going to see there's these, like, frost giants that just, like, spam a debuff on you. I miss when HPOW was a full-on caster. Don't say that around these parts. Someone's going to come after you, Factor. You got to be careful. I know some people hate that version. It's like right now we all have this debuff on us. Oh, this is so satisfying. So I need to learn which ones are soaks and which ones I need to step out of. I'm pretty sure these I have to step out of. Oh, I keep forgetting to throw books at people. Oh, this guy's immune to stuns. I have high threat on one of these guys from shooting my orb through them. But like I said earlier, just in case anyone's missed it earlier and is still around, my grandmother's funeral is going to be this Wednesday. It's at 11 a.m. So I will be streaming on Wednesday. It's just a matter of time. It all just depends. So I'll definitely be streaming. I'll be streaming this game. And yeah, like I said, it just depends on like when I'm able to get home to stream. But I definitely do want to stream. It's not that I feel obligated to. It's that I want to. I think it'll help to stream that day too. But if I go live a little later, then you'll know why. But also, like I've said a couple times, I do have a lot of videos that I need to make this week. So if y'all have any video ideas that you've just been wanting to see, like maybe like just no one's made this video idea and you're like, this would be a very interesting video. Why has no one made this? Then definitely post it in my Discord in the video suggestions tab. And I'm going out of town next week. So I'm going to be gone for a long time. I'm going to have to make a bunch of videos this week to be posted next week. So if you have any ideas, they would help me out a bit too. Just to, have some good enough video ideas for the week. But also, I do want to be. It's been a while since I've mentioned that channel, so I definitely want to give you guys, or let you know that I do check that channel when people post in there. And a lot of my best videos have come from ideas that you guys have posted in there. So if you're wondering, why has no one made this video? I'll make it. I'll do it. Try it. Man, my mana is draining so quick. Oh, let's try to regen. I mean, it's okay. It's been one of those where it's like, it's been like the writing's been on the wall for a long time, so it was kind of good for it to happen. You know what I mean? It's one of those. So I appreciate it though. Yeah, the healing in this game honestly is very good. I think what's really refreshing is just how interesting the specs are. I think. One of the downsides, expansive minds being procs, sometimes you can really struggle. Yeah, if you get unlucky with procs, like procs are always nice until they don't proc, It's kind of the same thing with this orb thing. If I just don't get the orb thing to proc, then it's like, Don't you miss Valor Stones? Absolutely not, Valor Stones are the bottleneck on every single one of my alts right now. Like, I have so many crests on all of my alts that I just can't spend because of Valor Stones. We gotta heal the mess out of this tank. Oh, no. Let's B-res the tank. Oh, he rezzed himself. Wonder how far this orb will travel. If I just stick with it, will it just keep healing me? It's kind of sick. Okay, it does fade away eventually. My book is down. I can't throw a book at someone. Sylvie's version of it is 1% mana, but it's every cast of her damage spell. So every time you cast your damage spell, you get 1% mana back. That kind of is very much like modern day Resto Druid with their Master Shapeshifter. Yeah, we're just... You can't. What are we doing? We just all stood in that frontal, man. That was chaos. I think we just wipe here, right? Everyone just stood in the frontal until it killed him. But that is interesting. That does sound fun, but it sounds very close to WoW's Resto Druid to me. But I'll definitely have to play Sylvie, but I definitely want to get to the end game with Vigour until I play Sylvie, because I think what I'm hoping doesn't happen is, like, say I played Vigour a bit and then I went and played Sylvie, and then what if I just like really enjoyed Sylvie to the point where I didn't want to play Vigour anymore? I think that's like, the whole ADHD TikTok mind where you're like, oh, but let me try everything and then I'll pick the one that I like the most. I think I am perfectly happy playing Vigour. I'm having a lot of fun. And then if I get to the end game and then play Sylvie then, and then enjoy her and then swap to her then, I'll at least have gotten a full game's worth of enjoyment out of Vigour. Whereas if I swap to Sylvie, enjoy it to where I stop playing this guy, then I'll only have one game's worth of enjoyment of playing Sylvie a bunch. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm basically getting 2 games for the price of 1 by riding out this wave before hopping to the next one. Or at least that's how my brain sees it. Also, dude, does this hunter keep getting aggro, or what is that? We also should probably stun that guy, right? Let's throw a book at him. Oh yeah, we got parkour here. I can just imagine, like, you get into a high-end key and then someone like fails the jump. I would be that person. Y'all know how cursed I am with jump puzzles. If you've watched my channel for any amount of time, you know jump puzzles are my one weakness. My number one weakness, not my only weakness. I believe here you can catch up like really quick. I'm stunned. God, that guy just chunks you down. Here you can catch up like really quick. It's not like you need to level each character. Yeah. Once you unlock like one thing on one character, I'm pretty sure it's unlocked on all of them for sure. Maiko's the better tank, but it's kind of like VDH. One who's not good just melts. Okay, so it's a little hard. You're talking about this like monk version. Because I think the other one is called like Helena, right? The warrior-esque one. But yeah, so this one is like a really good tank, but yeah, they can just die if they're not good. I see that. I definitely have noticed that in this tank. Let's go and use our wings, just blast these guys with the frontal. But one thing that's really refreshing about this game is there's not like all these talents. Like, if you cast this spell before this spell, then this will happen. It's really like, dude, the spells just do what they say. And there's something like really, really refreshing. Oh, so you do have to reprogress characters. But I'm sure like, don't you, once you unlock one thing of a vendor, like, don't you unlock it for all the characters? Please don't start the boss fight. Oh, it snapped me. What the heck? But like I noticed on one of the vendors that like I can't buy the green chest yet, but it says like once you unlock it on one character, you have it. Maybe it's just that one vendor though. But like I'm sure you do have to do like all the talent tree and everything on each of the healers. Correct, and supplies are account wide. Ah, okay, it's like weapons and stuff? Dude, that's crazy. Imagine starting a new character with an end-game weapon. That sounds sick. I guess technically you can do that in WoW by crafting. Dude, that shaman guy just had 1% health. It's crazy. Pop one of our free... It's kind of sad, though. Ever since I've taken the free wings talent, I'm just not using my actual wings. So... maybe that's a reason to swap off of it. Because it's just redundancy at that point. Let's go and pop wings. That way we get these instant cast spot heals. I mean, I guess I could, like, per mechanic, I could, like, alternate my actual wings and my 2 charges of wings. Like, here I can use my 2 charges of wings as a cooldown. Oh, he just stood in that. Okay. He gone. Is that aimed at us? It 1000% is. The boss is in the exact corner and aimed his cone to where the entire room was filled by the cone. But luckily, we've gotten the boss down low enough. Maybe this monk tank can kill it, I'm hoping. Hopefully this monk tank also has Touch of Death. Come on, tank. I believe. That was like literally an undodgeable AoE. Frontal. What do you do? How do you dodge a frontal when the whole boss room is the frontal, you know? Ascending Avatar is very strong later on, but yeah, your first 3-pointer should probably be Grand Design. Yeah, that's what I think the conclusion we're kind of coming to at this point. I definitely agree with you there. Oh, I'm interested though, is the OW Overwatch in your name? Oh, we almost got locked out. It like lagged a bit because I think the wall spawned on us. But is the OW in your name Overwatch? Because I love me some Overwatch. I think the new healer in that game is very fun too. They just released a, not just, but about a couple months ago, they released a healer that got me hooked on Overwatch for a bit. The tank has to not point it at you guys is how. Yeah, but I think also the boss has a mechanic where it'll like jump to a player. And I think it jumped to the shaman that was in the wall. Maybe it was the tank that did it. Yeah, someone put it in that exact corner. That was like so bad. I got my free orb. I need to send it. Just need to be dotting up the boss. Yikes, man. We're going to use one of our wings charges. Okay. Yeah, Relic of a game I mained a lifetime ago. Quit for the MMO retirement home around COVID. I feel that 100%. I used to play Overwatch 1 a little bit, like not much at all, but Overwatch 2 is actually like been my like passive, like while a video is rendering, I'll like load up some Overwatch, do a couple games, but like nothing serious, you know. It's just like a nice little change of pace style game for sure. But yeah, the new healer in that game is actually really fun. Something I like as a healer, DPS. Oh, hold on. I am apparently just walking in all the bad. But yeah, I can see in these earlier keys, like I don't really need Ascending Avatar, really. Alright, that was a lot better. What do we get? Give me an upgrade. Wrists. Very nice. It's a minor upgrade. I really want these grays replaced, though. Something I like is healer DPS seems to be a bit more. Yeah, for sure. Close to the tank. It definitely feels a lot more rewarding to do DPS. Whereas in WoW, the only reason why you do DPS is to save mana. That's kind of it. Not still last, but it's nice to contribute a bit more for sure. I also really like it. It seems like tank threat is a lot better in this game. What do we unlock? 1050. Ooh, we get a random item level 60 piece and its hands. I think that's actually a good upgrade for us. Well, it's like a small upgrade. We're getting close to 60 though. Also, we unlocked a cosmetic. I kind of like the normal outfit better, to be honest. I mean, this is cool. The book looks cool. But I feel like this just matches the vibe. Dude, look at his hair. He has the most glorious hair. I kind of want to be him for Halloween. That's awesome. Okay, so it looks like people are leaving the group, so we're also going to bounce. Oh my goodness. I want to spend way too many hours in this game. Okay. So we have a necklace that is better than their current one. Looks like I have all my best pieces equipped. Let's scrap and then see what we can upgrade. Wish there was a quicker way to select all of these and just drag them. I'm sure there is. Whew. I have not played Overwatch in forever. I did get hooked on Marvel Rivals for a bit. See, I purposefully never even downloaded Marvel Rivals because I knew I'd get hooked. I think that's the game that everyone swapped to for a bit from WoW. Ugh, that I didn't. Is control right click one of the two? Ah, okay. That sounds like it would be a keybind for that. Let's see. What was I doing? Let's upgrade our weapon, I guess. Well, first, let me see in the talent tree. Is there any other piece of gear that we get? So, I guess I could zoom in. I guess the gear kind of looks like that, right? Okay, let's see. Let me just make sure I'm not like upgrading a piece that we're guaranteed to replace soon. Really, once we get to Cithral's Fall, adept equipment. So that could be any piece. What is that? Half-filled gem pouch. Ooh. What's this? Ah, so it's just other slots at that point. Get more until the next league, yeah. So I don't really mind about spending gold now. Honestly, I know gold's going to come into play later, but I just want to unlock stuff, man. I just want to play the game. So let's boost our weapon, I feel like. It's going to be pretty costly. But I don't really want to boost all these lower pieces, even though they'd be cheaper, because they're more likely to be replaced. But I definitely like there I'm gaining 15 item levels. What do I gain from like something like this? Still 15 and it costs a lot less. So I'm down to upgrade like one of my like trinkets and rings you have 2 slots of. So I'm down to upgrade like spam gold into one of them, because then any replacement can just replace the other one, right? But don't have the gold for that. So I can upgrade the trinket one more time to, or sorry, relic. So now we're 50 item level. What else can I do? Can I buy anything? I don't think I have gems unlocked yet. Which that kind of looks like it's going to be like a socket system. This is how you get mounts. Okay. I don't really care about mounts, to be honest. As long as they all function the same, I don't care what they look like. I mean, this is a way to get gear. I kind of want to buy one. The thing is, it seems like these Marks of Fellowships are so hard to come by that I don't think it's going to be worth it to buy these. Like, I think we just save up. Dude, I just want to do some leaderboard pushing. Scrapping things you've upgraded refunds like 75% of the gold spent. Oh, wow. That's awesome. So people usually play a tier until they unlock that tier's random piece, then send gold and do capstone. Rinse and repeat. Okay, that sounds like the play. Also, we've unlocked Contender 6, which is the step underneath the final one. So if we spam some Contender 6, we get some 60 level gear. We're there. We are there. This is where you say, don't forget about Twitch drops for the special mount. Oh, are there drops? I had no idea, but hey, there you go. There you go. Okay, I appreciate the... I just saw your message, Silly Panda. Maybe it doesn't matter for your stream due to stream keys. Okay. That is awesome, Silly Panda. Okay. Ooh, you're playing Fellowship. I love this game. Edward's on Fellowship too? Oh, man. Now the whole party's here. Dude, I'm having way more fun than I thought I would. Also, I forgot to swap off the avatar thing, so let's just blast. I'm having so much fun on this game. Like, an unreal amount. Let's dot up some fools. I've only played Vigour so far. I know everyone's and their mother is playing the druid guy. Sylvie. But I haven't even touched Sylvie yet. I want to play this guy first, because he was the one that looked the most appealing to me. And then, once I kind of get tired of this guy, if I ever do, then I'll swap over and try out the Sylvie. But Edward, what's good? Hopefully your weekend went really well. It's very good to see you. Oh man, I just used my external in the tank and then he went and pulled more. And he's dying. But we have runes that we can spend on some spot heals that are very mana efficient. Trying to also spam damage. We just got to keep spamming. Using all of my runes to heal the tank. So that we just regen all of our mana. Also going to stun one of these guys to slow it down. There we go. So we're basically like almost full mana again, and... Oh no, someone left the group. It looks like they DC'd. Yeah, I am really enjoying Vigour. He's super sick. It's surprisingly addictive. I'm telling you. I mean, like, I didn't think I would enjoy it. Like, when everyone was telling me, you should try out Fellowship, you should try it out. I was like, nah, man, I'll just let the other streamers play it. And then I downloaded it over the weekend just to try it. And man, I thought about playing it all weekend, but I was so busy all weekend that I didn't get to. But oh my goodness. I was looking forward to streaming today because this is my excuse to play it. Like it's so much fun. Dude, that bleed really hurts the tank, I'm noticing. Or maybe it's just that this guy's not... this guy seems way less tanky than our other monk tanks. In the next league, up from you, it ramps in difficulty a lot. In the next league, ooh, that's what I'm excited for. I definitely need to get better about mana management, but I think I'm just like spamming all the expensive spells right now. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to look into that as we go up in leagues. But I am very excited too. I'm sad that I'm like going out of town next week. Like I kind of wish that I had more time with this game before I went out of town. I'm going to be thinking about it my whole vacation, which is such a first world problem, but it's just the facts, right? That whistle I can tell is going to get annoying. Whenever you mount, everyone just whistles together. It's a pretty sus pull. We're going to pop our external in the tank. Let's also slam our frontals. Let's also stun this warden. Literally educate him something. Time in the last dungeon to get to adapt next league can be rough when you pug it. Oh, man. See, and I don't know any of the mechanics, but we're just going to go in blind. It's already 5. Dang. This game is shaving time off of our clock, man. And I am a happy camper. I'm going to pop my external as we start getting up to like 3 stacks here. I'm just going to go and pop it. I'm like blown away at how much fun I'm having in this game, which is good. I haven't like felt this like enjoyment since I started playing WoW. You know, I haven't really found a game that's like captured me as much as this game has since WoW, really. Stun that bolt barrage. This guy's having really bad connection issues. This guy named Moldy Beard. He keeps joining and disconnecting like over and over. But we're at like the tail end of this league, I think. We're like pretty close to the final dungeon. Okay, let's get some mana back. Me too. Between the playtest, 3 weeks, and launch, I'm at 70 hours already. Oh man, I definitely want to like, I definitely want to get like a ton of hours in this game to make a video like I played this game for 100 hours and this is my thoughts. You know, it's not that bad. TBH, when you know when you know, oh my goodness, I can't speak. When you know the mechanics, took one run for me and a random group to see mechanics, then we timed it next run. Oh, nice. Okay. We need to get in here. We need to external the tank too. I did not have him topped. And he's solo tanking because this guy keeps DCing. Need to watch my mana consumption though. Just gonna spam smites. Get that mana regen. Hopefully proc our orbs. Keep our dot rolling. There's our orb. Okay, let's pop our big rune. Slam heals in the tank. There we go. Okay, I don't know where this guy is. Oh, he went way back there. Very nice. Let's go and pop our wings. Our, like, free one to just slam these circles to top everyone up. Yeah, that orb was very far away, which worked out pretty well. Okay, this guy is pretty close to me. We're going to let him back up a bit more. Spread these runes around. These are like the echo rune. That bomb just went off behind us. Trying to top everyone up before the soak. Very nice. Our mana is like at 15% when the boss is at 30%. So definitely want to start doing more damage here. Oh, I also have the debuff. Oops. Yikes, that's going to hurt. We're going to pop our trinket that gives 15% mitigation to everyone. Also going to pop our little wings thing. Let's go and external this guy. Very nice. That's such a cool death animation, too. Hey, we got another mark. Very nice. And we get a ring. Love to see it. The last boss can also be cheesed if the tank knows how, and it can be done with the boss not doing a single attack. Dang. Okay. Hopefully we run into a tank that does know how to cheese it. I don't know how close. So do you have to get to 60 item level before you get to that final dungeon? Is that the thing that unlocks the final dungeon? Let's equip this ring. We're at 52.5. Let's go and scrap this one. Let's try control right click. Ah, okay. Control right click does it. Oh man, I am like angsty. I just want to do it. Maybe I should be upgrading these like lower track pieces. Because they're cheap. Like an efficient way to spend gold. Oh man, we're so close. We are so close. Wonder if I can do it in like one more dungeon. Oh. This game is so fun. I don't want to stop, but also I know I need to cook dinner. My allergies are going crazy. Am I in a guild? I'm not. I didn't even know there were guilds in this game. I'm sure my guild from WoW has a guild going. Once I figure out what my guild is on Fellowship, I'll go ahead and post in my guild Discord now. And see. But yeah, let me post in my guild Discord, see if anyone has a guild going. How do I get in the Fellowship guild? But yeah, I'll definitely get you in there if we... Because I know a couple of my guildies are playing. Not all of them, but a couple of them are. My guild's a bunch of really chill people too, so... Alright. We are at 55.7 item level. I think we have to get to 60 to unlock the next, the final dungeon. I don't even know if there are guilds in the game. The internet says there are, but I don't know how to create one, find where to join one. I'm sure there's like a... Probably something over here, you know. You don't need all item level to do it. You could just do it by inviting people. There's LFG channels in the official Discord. Ah, okay. So if I were to join the official Discord, which I'm sure there's probably a way to from here, I would think, right? Maybe, is there like a credits or something? Surely they would put like a, or maybe if we just go into Discord and type in like fellowship, I'm sure it would come up. Add a server, join a server, fellowship. Does that work? No. That was like a Lord of the Rings fan server. Oh man. Joining a Lord of the Rings fan server. What am I doing? What would it be called though? I'm sure there's a way to get it from in game. Yeah, I would think like there would be something in this like hub city that would be like the guild hall or something. Or clan hall. Maybe over here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've heard my guildies say that they're in a guild. Dude, this game is just pure vibes. And these graphics are unreal. These graphics are so good. I really do hope that they keep expanding on this game. Are these guys gonna attack me? These are named chickens. Oscar, Merrick. I wonder if these are like people that made the game. I'm sure. If I were a game creator, I would put myself in as a chicken for sure. What's over this way? Game doesn't have guilds, I don't think. Ah, okay. Probably just add. You probably just have like a friends list. That's it. Just kind of explain. I haven't really explored the main city yet. Have y'all seen any gameplay of the new Pokemon game? I'm sure some of you guys have probably already played it, but all I've seen is just like people dogging on it, and it makes me sad, dude. I've seen so many people dogging on how like all the windows like are basically just painted on. So like you see how this door has texture, like you know the wood kind of juts out here and stuff. So like this is a textured model of a door. Well, in the new Pokemon game, like everything is just like drawn on like a 2D surface, you know. So it's very cringe. I've played it. It's good. What do you mean? I mean, I've heard really good things about the gameplay. Like I've heard very good things about the gameplay, but it's really just like the graphics and the fact that like the whole game is set in this one giant city, yet like you can't access most of the buildings too. Like none of the buildings are ones you're able to go in. You know. So that's like the biggest gripe I've heard is the buildings, like none of the doors work. They're just like painted on a building. So it's like kind of like incomplete in that sense, you know. But I've heard the gameplay is like super fun. Super like I haven't heard any downsides about the gameplay. I've heard one person who was saying that it was basically just like worse Arceus, but I don't think that's true. The tutorial, it's long. Yeah, honestly, Pokemon has been doing that a lot lately. Like, back in Sun and Moon are like unplayable. They're the only Pokemon games that I will never go back and play because the amount of like just a mashing that you're doing. Gameplay is better than graphics, yeah, for sure. But like, when it comes to like Fellowship, who has probably like a room full of designers, yeah, for sure, gameplay over graphics. But here they nailed the graphics and the gameplay, in my opinion. But when it comes to a Nintendo game, especially their biggest like profiter in Pokemon, I don't know. I feel like you don't really need to find a balance. You need to be able to do both. I think that's kind of everyone's big gripe is it's not like a small company. It's Nintendo and it's the Pokemon company. You know, like they shouldn't have these. I don't know. That's just what people are saying. This is like the goat of Pokemon competitive, and he usually dislikes dislikes most strange stuffs. He really likes the gameplay. Are you talking about Wolf Glick, or who are you talking about? Because I know a lot of people like hated Sword and Shield. I loved Sword and Shield personally. There's a friends list. Can I DM you my friend code? Yeah, in fact, I'll just show you my friends list. You can add me. Anyone can add me. I have one friend so far. So how do I find my friend code? Aha, I'll just put it in chat. How about that? Bang. I'll put it in YouTube too. Wolf? Okay, so Wolf likes it. Yeah, but I wasn't a fan of Scarlet and Violet. I thought it was really boring. But I was a huge fan of Sword and Shield. So I think I have like the inverse opinion of like the masses of Pokemon games, you know? Okay, it's looking like the queues are broken again. Unfortunately. New friend request. Hey, we got 2. I think. Ron Swanson. Ron Swanson. You know, I'm actually going back and rewatching um, Parks and Rec right now, and Ron cracks me up. Just like his freaking like look where he's like he has this cute little smile. You know, it's freaking Ron Swanson, right? But he has this cute little smile, like this little smirk he does, and it's like whenever he gets like bacon or something, and it's so funny. You're Mallory? Okay, okay. I was wondering who it was, but I figured eventually I would see. But hey, we made some friends. We have friends now. Oh my goodness, dude. I'm gonna have to shave or something. It is getting annoying. Ron freaking Swanson, man. Ron, he does make the show. Dude, the Tammy episodes kill me. He just like hates her and then he's like, no, I'll go talk to her. And then it cuts to them in prison. He has cornrows and they're just like making out. Like, oh my God, it's so good. Oh, and it's so funny because I'm pretty sure that's like his real life wife too, right? Like that'd be so funny to act together. Can I jump off this? Yeah, it looks like the game's down a bit, so um, I guess I'll go ahead and call the stream now. I did get a lot of progress, but I'll probably be slamming queues all night tonight. But I need to go ahead and cook, and then tonight I'll need to make some videos and stuff. Megan Mullany is his wife, or Mullally? Yeah. Oh, but the same, yeah, her. I know she's also in not Two and a Half Men. What's the other one called? Will and Grace, I think. I think that's her, right? Yeah, she's hilarious. They're so funny together too. But yeah, I'm gonna go and call the stream. This is about like what I expected. I knew like some people are into Fellowship, but a lot of people aren't. So hopefully it doesn't kill my channel, man. We'll see. But definitely want to make some like Fellowship guides on the 2 healers. Play this game as much as I can. But if you guys want me to, if y'all want me to play WoW instead, I'm happy to. If you want me to do a little monk pushing, you know, I still only have like 3200 IO on the monk. I know I definitely am lagging behind there and we'll need to push at some point. So if you want me to do that on Wednesday, just let me know in Discord. I just want to do what you guys want to see, you know, but I'm happy to do whatever. But I'm hooked on this game, man. Absolutely hooked on it. Yeah, gonna go ahead and cook some dinner. It is getting late. I think my brother also drove in today while I was streaming and he just got here. So I'm gonna go hang out with him a bit. So yeah, but I appreciate everyone for hanging out, and this is my first time streaming non-WoW, and I had fun. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it too, especially those of you who have tried this game, or maybe some of you were considering trying it. Maybe I convinced you. I definitely think it's worth the. It's like a third of a game, and it's a full game that you get to play for the price of a third of a game. So I definitely recommend. But I will see you all on Wednesday for the final stream before my vacation. Once again, in my Discord, I do have a channel of video suggestions. And if y'all want to see some videos, if there's any topics you want to see me like discuss, or maybe you want to see like a build of like a certain healer or something, drop it in this channel, and I'll try to make it happen before I go on vacation. But I appreciate you all so much. I'll see you all on Wednesday. Bye, everyone. Take care.